Note for note, now don't worry. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Hoping everybody having a fantastic Monday. My favorite day of the week, if I do say so myself. It's your boy Boogotti NYC. Come on and get in here early, y'all. What's going on, everybody? I see Liberty's in here. I see Keisha, Rebecca, Lanyan Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I'm hoping everybody's having a fantastic day, because guess what? I caught a mouse and I found some money that I didn't even know that I lost, that I had lost. So I'm feeling really good this morning. And plus, number one, God woke me up this morning, and I'm so happy that that was the main thing that happened. Wouldn't have been able to to do anything else if it wouldn't have been for that. So y'all come on in here, hang out with your boy Boogotti NYC for a little while. Let's get into some trending topics, current events, and much more. Come on, y'all, let me get that camera straight. Let's go. Good morning, everybody. Let me know if y'all can hear me on this MIC over there. Can you hear your boy on the MIC? Can you hear me on the MIC this morning? I ain't rapping, but can you hear me? I'll rap for you. Here's a little song I wrote. You might want to sing it note for note. And don't worry. Be happy. What's going on, everybody? I'm hoping y'all doing good this morning. Put a smile on your face for absolutely no reason. What's good, y'all? I'm ready to get it going with trending topics, current events, and much more. That's right, y'all. Keep on coming in the building. This way we have a good show. That's right, y'all. It's Monday. I know you're wiping the cold out your eyes, got your drinks ready, everything else. I already know what it is. But you know, we got to get those prayers in the air. Come on, y'all. Let's get those prayers in the air. I want to give a big shout out to all of the new subscribers. I want to tell you guys, I'm so happy that you guys find it good to come here and get information. I'm hoping you're loving our family. We're a growing community. We will be doing this every single day. So chime in, subscribe. Also want to just thank you guys, and I hope that you're getting a lot from the health and wellness section. Today is going to be another one, y'all. We got another one lined up for you. So guess what? Without any further ado, let's get those prayers in the air for happiness, for love, respect. I want to get those prayers in the air for your family as well as your animals. Let's pray for Tony Wright this morning, as well as Keisha. That's right, Miss Keisha. Yolanda Simpson as well. We got to pray for Luigi. Can't forget about Liberty and Justice, and Casey Ramos, my brother. Also can't forget about Rebecca Lanyan Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Can't forget about Miss Swanza. Can't forget about Mr. Luigi in the building this morning. Thank you so much for chiming in. Yolanda's in here as well. Can't forget about Tony Wright, Winter Rising, Angels Among Us. Can't forget about Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman, Terry. Also can't forget about Miss Jackson, Miss Johnson. Also, we got a lot of other people that's new in here that we can't forget about as well. You guys are making a really good impression. VG5P and a lot of you other guys as well. Can't forget about you as well. Wait a minute. If we got any last minute chime-ins, let me know, because we got more to get into, you guys. It's time to start the show. Can't forget about numero uno. That's right. Let's pray for Boogotti NYC that he has a fair show, doesn't try to be putting anybody in no specific directions, and let's pray that he has a good and healthy day as well. That's right, me, your boy Boogotti NYC. And Audrey, can't forget about Audrey. Okay, amen. Already got you in there, Luigi. Already got you. Y'all ready to go? Because let me see if the watch is ready to go. He's not ready to go yet, but let me clear my throat with a sip of this power water this morning. Hoping you guys are having a good one. It's nothing like fresh water in the morning. You guys ready to go? I think it's almost time. Almost time. You know we got to do this on perfect timing. Good morning, Drea. Good morning, Yolanda. I see Tyson. That's right, you guys. It's time to get this thing going right now. I'm about to start singing. So anybody want to cover their ears, y'all can go ahead. I actually think I do pretty good on this. It's the baritone part that I really like. It's those high levels. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, everybody. And y'all know what it's time to do? I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Whoa. And we wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Boo, 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 boo. Wind it up. Because it's 6 o'clock somewhere. I think it's 6 o'clock here, but let's check. Boo, 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 boo. Come on, let's start the show. They're ready to go. Come. Okay. Olay. Don't play. Hold up. Before I open the pores up, I got to open the jacket. I made a mistake and did 600 push-ups by mistake. You know what I'm saying, right? I had to say that, right? Come on, y'all. Let's open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those. It's Monday the 20th. That's right, y'all. 2026. Said I'm your host, Boogotti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and chat. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Woo, y'all, we made it another week. We making it through the hustle, through the bumble, through the grind. You know what we're doing right now? We're fighting our way back to the top. And the only way to do that is being the best and having the best co-hosts and family that you can possibly have. People that you can rely on, that you know is going to come back and have your back. So I got to just tell you guys, thank you from every single one of you guys. Good morning. Don't think I don't see you. Don't think I don't recognize you. Because if it wasn't for you, you know how the song go. There's no me without you. I'm dead serious about that, you guys. I really mean that. So I'm so happy that you guys wiped out your eyes and decided to come check us out. So without any further ado, I'm not even going to play around with it. You know what I'm going to do, right? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I'm going to ask you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from. I love to see those flags waving in the air. It gives me a subliminal of where to go check for content. That's right, believe it or not. We're actually going to Chile today. I saw the Chilean and Belgian flag yesterday, so we're going to Chile. Yep, that's how we do it around here. We like to go everywhere. This way we're bringing you guys trending topics, current events, as well as the health and wellness section. You guys get ready for it because we got a lot. Only thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is when we do bring these clips up, the best way to make this show go crazy. I know the chat loves to say hello and talk amongst each other, but the best way is to try to stay engaged. This way we have a great dialogue going on in the chat. That's right, you guys. Also, I still want to know what those milk and gas prices is now, because I know that those prices have gone back up. So whatever state you're in, whatever country you're in, could you do your boy a favor? Let us know what your gas prices are right now. Even the people in the chat would love to see that. What state and how much is a gallon of gas? We love to know about that, you guys. And without any further ado, what am I going to say? Let's get into these titles. Let's get to work, you guys. Let's go. Because Trump says the gloves are off with Iran. Let's keep on moving forward, because also, why does Trump also now want Iran sanctions? That's right, sanctions, more heavier sanctions on Iran. He says that that's what the late Lindsey Graham wanted before he passed on. Let's keep on moving forward and see if we can find that inside of the clips. One more thing we're going to do, you guys, is move to this next topic. What stunning information. You guys see it. You remember him, right? From the leering centers. I think that's how you leer at somebody, right? You just like look at him a funny way, because I don't know what they were trying to spell. But that's right, none other than Nick Shirley, who came here to New York, to see if he could find some corruption and some dough. And guess what? He found a ton of it, you guys. Let's get into this next one. What stunning information did Nick Shirley find that could rock New York, New York. And last but not least, what do we have here? How much time do rescuers have to locate the survivors from the China landslides? Now we have another one, not just the China landslides. We got another thing that happened overnight in Chile, you guys. Let's keep on going just to bring you guys up to date. We go everywhere. So guess what it's time to do? You guys know what I'm about to say, right? Grab your water. I'm sorry, your water, your tea, and your 55 coffee house, because it's time to get into it, you guys. Let's do our thing over here. Double tap that screen to let the people know you're over here, because what I want to do is bring you up to date on what's going on in Chile first before we go to China. This is another situation where moments before a deadly Peruvian earthquake triggers violent tremors. Now, you know, if you feel an earthquake, you just grab your people and get out of the building, because you never know what's going to happen. And that's what they're doing over here in Chile. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go, guys. Let's get it. Good morning. So yes, that was the earthquake right there. We're gonna start see people coming out to the street. People's homes.
Imagínate que alguien salga vivo de este tipo de caída. Casa de la familia Canahualpa, ¿no?
Now these are smaller houses that have very weaker structures that basically couldn't really, you know, endure those earthquakes in Chile.
Cada quien en la fiesta. De verdad que necesitan ayuda, bastante ayuda aquí. Estamos al ingreso, mis amigos, llevando las imágenes.
Gives you an idea how they're building the buildings over there in Chile, huh? Look at the inside structure behind these paper facades. Look at how they building stuff, you guys. It's not a good build, I gotta tell you. Look.
¿Cómo ha quedado?
Moto, esto es un moto. De Los Ángeles.
Ok, esta es la casa de la familia Canahualpa. Está en peligro, de poder caer. Nos dicen que incluso
And as you can see, those foundations aren't really sound either.
Estado también vehículos.
It looks like they're just trying to pour whatever they build on top of, when it comes down to on top of the dirt. That's not a good sound foundation. Anything you're trying to build on, you guys, whether it's a career, a relationship, a house, whatever it is, you gotta have a sound and safe, strong foundation, very anchored inside of the earth. At least a couple of, I would say a couple of feet. Yeah, you got to make sure that's in there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward and double tapping that screen to get those likes up, because now we're going over to China, because we got to find out what's going on with this landslide that I showed you guys the other day. They're doing a lot of clearing and following up to see if they could hopefully save some people that are under this rubble.
The race to rescue survivors after a devastating landslide in southern China. Crews dig through mounds of debris, searching for the dozens who remain missing, pulling people from the rubble as divers conduct underwater searches nearby. Authorities say they noticed rocks falling from the mountain in the Chongqing area about 8 a.m. local time on Friday and started evacuating people. And less than an hour later, the landslide struck.
Thank you, co-host. It was the ceiling light. Thank you.
Sending people running for their lives and causing multiple buildings to crumble. Witnesses who've spoken with the ABC say dozens of homes were buried and people crushed under giant rock boulders. The death toll is expected to climb, while shocked residents have been out surveying the destruction. One Chongqing resident has described the damage in her neighbourhood. She says everything after the convenience store has collapsed. It reached the shop that sells firecrackers and the pipe shop. The firecracker shop is still...
So the other day we followed the vehicles down the street when it came down to this chaotic scene right here. And what happened was They couldn't even go any further. People were running away from this debris. And yeah, that was the glare from the ceiling light. We should be fine now. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. Look out. We appreciate that. I need stuff like that. I got a whole lot of stuff going on and it is what it is. Baby bulbers, I can't control the audio on here. And a lot of times I need you to be patient if it's your first time being here. Sometimes those audios don't have any, those videos don't have any audio and I'm speaking on them. So a lot of the times it's not because the audio is low or whatever, or sometimes if one thing I did find out from one of my co-hosts was it's better when I turn around like this. So I've been staying over here closer to the mic. That's one thing. Anytime I do speak, I stop the audio so that you guys can hear me loud and clear, which I also ask very early inside of the beginning of the show. So that we have cleared. And next thing, we're going to do a couple other things. But thank you for the audio situations a bunch. For the light, I think we're going to be clear now. So first thing we had was Chile, and then we went over to China to see what's going on with these landslides. We can keep on going now. Let's go.
Sinking. Chinese President Xi Jinping has ordered an investigation into the disaster, and authorities are warning more landslides could still be possible in the area. Alison Horn, ABC News, Beijing.
That's a terrible landslide right there, you guys. That's crazy. Beijing, you guys, China, landslides right now. Bananas. Let's keep going, you guys. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up to get more people over here now that we don't have the glare from up there. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Just in now, we got Trump that issues an urgent plea after Iranian attacks. I don't even want to say that word. Ends the lives of U.S. troops. Trump says that it will. I'm going to let them say this. I don't even like saying these words just in case.
President Trump posting to Truth Social with this message on Iran, saying Republicans should add Iran to the Russian sanctions bill. That's what Lindsey wanted to do, referencing late Senator Lindsey Graham.
It comes after the deaths of 2 American service members in Jordan.
Mike Tobin is live in Tel Aviv with the latest. Mike.
And Lisa, guys, let me start you off with some breaking news. Air raid sirens are sounding right now because Iranian missiles are inbound for the Jordanian town of Aqaba. Why Aqaba is particularly concerning, it's at the tip of the Red Sea, right where Israel and Jordan come together. So anything that threatens Aqaba threatens Israel as well. To this point, the Iranians have not fired on Israel in this round of fighting. But as you mentioned, an 8th round of airstrikes has now concluded in Iran. U.S. strikes in Iran. The military operation now amplified by the 2 U.S. servicemen killed, a 3rd missing, and 4 wounded. These are the first U.S. troops killed since that memorandum of understanding was signed. The casualties were at the Muwafaq Salti Air Base in Jordan, and they're a result of Iran's repeated shots at U.S. bases in neighboring countries. At least 1 strike got through the defenses. The Institute for Study of War writes, Iran has enhanced their ballistic missiles with greater speed and maneuverability, and that the Revolutionary Guard is getting some help from Russia and China. Now,
if you think about that, that means there's 3 against 1. Revolutionary Guard the Royal Guard is getting help from China as well as Russia. So it's 3-on-1 against America, just if you really think about it and look at it like that.
Launched from aircraft carriers, Tomahawk cruise missiles blasted off from warships. U.S. Central Command stated that this 8th round of strikes.
Got a comment coming up from Mr. Mr. Melancholy 420 says, how's the end of that war going? Did Donnie Douche lie about the ending? Woo, okay, let's go.
Was intended to punish the Revolutionary Guard forces who launched the attacks that killed the U.S. service members in Jordan. Now, President Trump, speaking to the New York Post, said those servicemen who sacrificed their lives did it because they don't want to see Iran get a nuclear weapon, and it just shows you how bad the Iranians, are. To this point, the majority of targets have focused on disabling ports, destroying the ability of port towns to resupply, and preventing the Revolutionary Guard from threatening shipping.
Okay, let's go. Time to get up out of Iran, you guys. We got much more to get into. Let's double tap, like I was gonna say anyway. Cause yes, I still got you guys merch ready to go. If you guys can make it, I think you probably can do it on a Monday when everybody's here. Let's see if we can get you out some merch today. That's right. If we can get those likes up to 300. I said 600. Let's Let's see if we can get them up to 300. I'll be sending out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains, and I'll be sending out 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. 12 pieces, 12 random people. All you got to do is email me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'll get it out to you ASAP. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. Let's go over here and see what's going on with the IRGC, what they're talking about, and finalizing this mission statement.
Dan Hoffman, he's a former CIA station chief in the Middle East, now a Fox News contributor. So where do we go from here, Dan? We know that the ceasefire is dead. The attacks are ramping up on both sides.
I guess this is answering your question when it says what's going on with that WAR, huh? I guess now this is answering your question.
What's your prediction about what happens next?
Well, I can tell you from my own experience, having been through this in tours of duty in war zones in the Middle East and South Asia, when enemy forces strike our bases, the president turns to our intelligence community, not just the CIA, but military intelligence as well, NSA, overhead reconnaissance, for all the intelligence we have to determine where these strikes were launched from inside Iran that killed our soldiers. Who gave the orders to launch those strikes? Tactically, we need to know those things. And then strategically, what Iran hopes to accomplish by launching those strikes. For sure,
so we lost 2 soldiers,
from the
you guys.
perspective of Iran's hardline IRGC-dominated regime, this is an existential fight. They want to reduce or eliminate altogether U.S. influence in the Middle East, and the Strait of Hormuz is the center of gravity for that fight. But Iran is launching strikes against our Gulf allies, particularly against U.S. bases. We saw that not just with these strikes that killed our service members, but with previous strikes as well.
Yeah, we haven't done that yet. We got to go ahead and get those prayers up in the air for those 2 service members that lost their lives in this tour. I don't know why they're trying. I can't define the reason why they did it. I'm not going to try to make up words. I'm just going to say I really appreciate them and thank you for serving for the country. I don't approve of anything that's going on out there in any WAR right now, any one that's going on. I just think that a lot of the innocent people and the families and children, elderly people, all this urban casualties is just outweighing the numbers of other things that's going on. And it's really bad that people can't come together and have conversations about stuff like this, because it sucks that it takes people to lose their lives in order for them to finalize and come to something. And it still keeps on going on, years and years and years. And it's still like to no avail. So Lord, please, if you can do that, step in and help us out with these situations that seems to be humanly impossible to figure out. I'd appreciate it personally. I'll be honest with you, because right now, that's who we care about over here at Our Bottom Line, and who we pray for: the children, the elderly, the families, the people caught up in the middle. Amen. Because like I tell you guys all the time, they don't run around with muskets on the battlefield anymore and try to keep it away from the families. You know what I'm saying? They just this building, that one over there, and then we see it at the end and be like, yo, look at that building. That's all. Or like, look at all of this stuff that's on the ground. Yeah, but 20 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago, that was a building. People were living there. That's what I'm talking about. We don't get to see those parts. You know how somebody show you a video and you'd be like, yeah, but let me see how it was before that. That's what I'm talking about. We need to start realizing stuff like that. And when we realize these WARs are going on, because it's not about who wins, because who actually loses are the people, especially the way that they do it now. You don't see them out there with muskets. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that no more. Keep it on the battlefield. How about that? Yeah, let's put it on the battlefield. See if I can scrap. See what's up with that. All these crazy drones flying all up in the air, crashing into people's windows and stuff. I don't approve of that at all. And we don't over here. No, and we're not Republicans. We're not Democrats. We're not independent. I'm not a conservative. I'm a human being. I'm part of the human party. That's why we made Our Bottom Line, for everybody to say how they feel and to have a platform to do so freely. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. You heard about this teleprompter operator? Man, listen, if there's a will, there's a way. How come I didn't think of it? I mean, it's always something where you think about, like, why didn't I think of something like this? So how could I? But then it's like, oh, because I don't do stuff like that. That's why you didn't think about it, Boogotti, because you don't do stuff like that. We got the teleprompter operator who was betting on Trump on what he was going to say. How? Because he got his speeches early to set up the teleprompter. So he went on apps and bet on what Trump was. With great power comes great responsibility, guys. Come on. Let's see what's going on over here with the teleprompter operator.
Who's running the teleprompter tonight after this report that the other guy is now under investigation for making money off of reading the president's speech?
Obviously, I'm aware of the report. The president is too. I spoke with him about it. He believes it's deeply unfortunate and frankly a disgrace. And the individual that was cited in that report is complying with the CFTC but has been put on paid administrative leave. I'm sorry, without pay. The administrative leave is unpaid, to be very clear. That was a decision by the president.
You sure about that, Carolyn with a K? Are you sure, Carolyn?
So I think that speaks for itself.
On the concern.
Okay, it sent shockwaves across Washington. President Trump's longtime prompter operator now under investigation for insider trading after he allegedly made $100,000 by betting on the president's speeches. He would see them and then bet on what the president would say. For more on this, Outkick founder Clay Travis and Fox News contributor joins me now. Clay.
You can't make this shit up.
Wow. I knew a lot of people were betting on these markets in Washington, but never someone that was so close to the president who's been doing this for, I think, a decade, reading the speeches and then actively, betting on it and making money.
Yeah, I think the challenge here, Aisha, is this is a predetermined outcome that many people would know in advance of the actual event itself, right? So this is different than, say, a sporting event when we've got the World Cup coming up and you don't know what's going to happen at all. There have been some of these so-called markets in reality shows, for instance, that are taped, and you can make different sorts of predictions about what's going to happen on them. And here, obviously, as you well know, many people get access to the president's speeches before they're actually delivered. Now, to be fair, President Trump goes off the teleprompter quite a lot, so that...
Now, do I want to get back into background acting? I get into every reality show, be back there like this.
There are many things he says that are not already in that prompter, but this is something that shouldn't, frankly, be allowed. I think it's, to me, a bad market because, again, these speeches are pre-written, and so you have definite knowledge from a wide variety of people, which...
Let's keep going, you guys. That's interesting right there, man. Where there's a will, there's a way, you guys. Where there's a will. Go sign up for, like, backstage, right? Don't do nothing like that. Then become a background actor. Go to all of the reality shows. Don't care wherever they book you. Don't even give a hell if they're giving you $300 a day. Just go there to know what's going on, right? And you in the bathroom like this. Don't do nothing like that, y'all. Now, I was just playing. Don't you wind up doing nothing like that. Talking about what's backstage again? I ain't say backpage. I said backstage. It's for actors and background actors. As a matter of fact, if you guys are interested in doing some background acting and you don't mind paying a little bit every month to get seen, go ahead and I think backstage is a pretty good place that you might want to go and sign up to. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over because we got new situations right now where a law was passed. What's wrong with me? Yes, go, you guys. Okay. No, not a law was passed. Do you know that they've been hitting Iran for 7 nights in a row? Man, I'm talking about, I see why they I don't know how long they're going to be able to take this, but this is the 7th night that they've been hitting Iran, y'all. So now this here too. Now don't get mad at me, but I don't know where those missiles are landing, if they go into urban areas, meaning populated areas. But they're saying that they're hitting bridges and power stations and stuff. Okay, big difference. Okay, I see that they're hitting the power station. Okay, I guess they're holding true to their word. Okay, bridges. Okay. Okay. All right, y'all. Okay, well, That's what they showing us. That's unclassified. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up because now we got another one. You remember that bill that President Trump did not want to sign? The one that had to do with the housing bill? Well, guess what? Due to bipartisanship, it actually was able to go through. This is one that I actually did want to go through, you guys. I did want this to go through. I think it would be good for people. And anything that has to do with like more housing, lowering housing, the housing market for the American people. How about some new construction for apartments and lower affordable housing for the American people? How about we do more stuff like that? That's what I'm looking at. And I think with all of this fraud that we found from Minnesota to Maine to Los Angeles to now New York, we could have solved a lot of housing and homeless and veteran problems as well. What do you guys think about that? Let's keep on going forward and see what's going on with this law that they just passed.
So the bipartisan housing bill now has become law. The question is just how much of a nudge will it give the needle in this crisis that's been really, it's bad enough that it's brought both sides together. Few have had better, really have a better handle when it comes to real estate, business, and just keeping it real.
$440,000 for a starter for your first home. I just think that's pretty ridiculous, you guys. You might as well say $500,000 in order to get a home. That's nowhere affordable.
As my next guest, I want to bring in Don Peebles. He's the founder, chairman, and CEO.
And what about that stimulus check, Jelena? I'm not going to forget about that. Keep throwing the ball up in there. I'm going to alley-oop that. What about, not a stimulus check? What about that dough that they owe us that they were supposed to give us the last time? First it was $7,000. Then they busted down to $2,000. And then they got the tumbleweeds. You know when you're in a Western and you out there like this and you see the weed come through and it's like, that's what we got. First it was $7,000. Then it was $2,000. Then it was... Don't talk about it, and they're not going to get it. Come on, y'all, let's talk about this affordable housing. You want to know if it's apartments or homes? I want to know, too.
The People's Corporation. And Don, you know, I get nervous when I'm reading about something that goes through, and the YIMBY crowd is likes it, too. So, I mean, listen, we know both sides want to do something to help the American public. Apparently, this helps with supply, access, and lower costs. But what kind of impact do you see?
Well, look, I don't think it's going to have as much of an impact as people are thinking. The number one crisis in America right now, there's two areas of crisis in housing, but the number one that's been ignored is workforce housing. Those for school teachers, police officers, and other service providers within communities. And so there's a shortage in that housing segment of about 6.5 to 7 million units nationally, concentrated in those major liberal urban cities. And until that's addressed, and there's been time and time again now, the president and his team have pressed a issue for workforce housing, a tax credit for workforce housing. The other segment is affordable housing. It is about 7.5 million units short, 500,000 in New York City alone, and that's for low-income residents. And there is a tax credit program that helps subsidize that.
Yeah, but how is that going to help you 55? 2 hours outside of urban areas is affordable when that's probably where your job is at. There's been people in Miami that had that problem, and in different parts of Florida. They might be cleaning people and they might be doing maintenance, but it takes them an hour and a half to get to work. So imagine that, 3 hours to get just transporting back and forth to work. That's crazy because they can't afford anything, of course, close to where they work at.
So the other thing, though, is that what the NIMBYs and what the liberals did is they took the profit out of developing affordable housing. So what you have is not-for-profits really building that. So those are the two areas, and those haven't really been focused on even with this housing bill. There's some other good things in the housing bill, but it's not going to be enough.
You know, you kind of touched on something that a lot of people talk about in terms of the quality of housing. 2 weeks ago, this list was put out, and it essentially shows you home ownership costs, 2025 versus 2019. And everything obviously has gone up, principal, interest, property taxes, insurance, but something really stands out glaringly. Emergency repairs at 175%. The American dream, is it just also being undermined by sloppy products?
Look at that, emergency repairs at 175%. Emergency repairs can fall under so many different categories: electrical, plumbing, foundational, weather. Oh my God.
Yeah, well, I think an example of that is what's happening in New York City right now with this building that's collapsing because they tried to add some stories to it. Ultimately, in order to produce housing at a level that's affordable, mainly for the average American, they have to cut costs.
You see that? Thank you for telling us the truth, because we ain't had no idea what was going on, and I literally live here. You mean to tell me they was trying to add more floors to that building, and that's what made that happen? Fucking crazy, y'all. That is nuts. Are you serious right now? They tried to put more floors on the top of a building and didn't realize that that foundation probably wouldn't be sound enough for more of the weight on top of that. Oh, you guys, I'm glad nobody got hurt. Let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. And they're talking about people it's okay to go in that building when they started shoring it up and making those fake pillars in there to try to keep the building up. That's not a good idea, you guys. You got to be careful about these crazy people that's out there building these buildings now, because they'll do anything just to get more people, just to make more money. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We heard it from the horse's mouth. We ain't blaming it on us. They reporting it. Let's get on over to Washington, because now I got a question for you guys, and I know a lot of people probably going to take this a different way, but I'm going to say it to you just like this. Do you think if there's more people that get deported that are here illegally, that are criminals here, do you think that'll help out when it comes down to homes and apartments and places to stay? If we get more like illegal people out, do you think that would help? I don't know. What do you guys think? If you think that that would work, let's get thumbs up right now for thumbs up. And if you think all of the illegals, the ones that are over here selling D-rugs and stuff like that, that'll help us get more places to stay and like get them out of here, and all of the people that cross the border illegally. Or if you don't think that that's going to help and you have a different suggestion, because I love the other suggestions that you guys actually come up with. You might say, nah, Boogotti, that ain't even going to be enough. We need the blah, blah, blah. I want to know what that blah, blah is, because y'all be having it on sometimes on the head. So if you think getting rid of the illegals will help out to get more affordable homes for the United States citizens, let's get a thumbs up going on here. But if not, and you have other suggestions, let's go thumbs down, and you'll tell me what you want, and I'll read that as well. 420, why not? I want to know why you're saying it. Owning a 3-family to pay for your single is hard work, not greed. Only lazy SOBs would call that. Supply and demand issue. Less people, less demand. There you go, KB. Less people, less demand. What else you got over here for me? Nope, it depends on the government. Okay, but let's do thumbs up and thumbs down, Tristan, because I can see you and it'll stand out and I can see you better. We need to get rid of the government restrictions. I changed my mind. Okay, what else? Sky, good morning, and I don't have that issue. Okay, let's see. Giving you guys time to get on that, because I know we got a little delay. Okay, dirt is the same as it was yesterday. It's the same as it is today. We're not talking about dirt. We're talking about, are you talking about construction tools? Are you talking about plywood? Are you talking about concrete? Are you talking about joint compound? Are you talking about tiles? No, the prices have actually tripled. I actually know what I'm talking about on that one, S-Claim. We have a building management company, and it's doubled and tripled when it came down to supplies. Go to Home Depot now and look at the prices, and go look last year what the prices were. Okay, society, keep government restrictions. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We want to have an open and clean and honest discussion over here. That's why we're talking this way. Let's see what's going on with Mark Wayne Mullen as he talks about the numbers and where we're at now.
When you start talking about the president and I are very close. I was texting with him this morning. He and I are there's no daylight.
The problem with that is Mark Dorfman, you're going to see prices fluctuate you're going to see prices fluctuate on certain things. You're not going to see prices go up or down on certain other things unless we do something about it. That's going to be real estate, apartments, and what I keep on telling you guys about. What? The price of food and the cost of food. The cost of food is ridiculous because they actually add that and they try to say, well, the gas prices are high. But the problem is, every time they raise the cost of food and the prices of gas go down, the food prices never go down. Same like real estate, what you just pointed out. Let's keep going.
Between us and the enforcement. And in fact, we have ramped up our enforcement and our arresting illegals. Just to give you some numbers on this so everybody knows, and I want to get them correct, so I brought them with me. Last year total in 2025, we deported, now these are not including self-deportations. These are just ones that we had to go through, we had to arrest, we had to go through the system, and we had to deport, and they tried to stay inside the country and they had no legal status to do it. 442,637 total deported last year in 25. To date, well, these are yesterday's numbers. We have 403,294 that we've done in 2026.
Scooter Ginger says, I did not like Biden one bit, but I also did not pay damn near what I pay now at the grocery store. Can I add to that, Scooter Ginger? I think during the Biden administration, the prices of food and everything started going up ridiculously, and now it just kept on going up. I think it started back then, and it was already crazy.
Our arrests are up. We're hitting single-day records every single day, but what we've done is I've turned down the temperature of the stove to try to get it correct without boiling over. We're trying to perfect our ability to work with local law enforcement, state law enforcement, and get illegals and criminals off our streets. 70% of the arrests we do daily are felons or have pending felony charges. 70%. We should all be able to work together with that. Total removals is 3 million.
I think the problem started around when Ukraine and Russia started going back and forth, and nobody, please, come on, y'all, I need somebody to talk to me on this one. Scooter, you've been rocking, you've been going back and forth with me, we've been lockstep. Now I want to ask you, do you agree that all of this really started happening during the time when, let's say, Ukraine and Russia started to go back and forth with the war? First, really by COVID, it really hurt. But like right after, when things started coming together a little bit, then you got the Russia-Ukraine, because that totally destroyed the Bitcoin situation for everything that people were into. And that really started rocking things. I know it punched me in the stomach crazy hard. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Washington. We got the DHS as they plan to consider something that I think every other country does. And you guys in the comments, if you don't agree with me, let me know why. And I believe you, and I'm going to listen to you the same way. You don't got to agree with everything I'm saying, but I want to ask you guys this question right now. Have you ever saw the show called Border Wars? Where they come inside of the country and you gotta show your passport, and then they say, so how long are you going to be in Australia? And then you say blah, blah, blah. And they say, okay, well, who are you gonna be here with? And what are you here for? Blah, 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 blah. How much money did you bring with you? Blah, blah. I saw this so many times. And guess what? I never thought anything about it. I kind of thought like, yo, why did they do that? But then it started to make sense. They did that because they want to make sure that there's a reason for you coming over to the country legally, that you have that you're coming over there with a means, and you're probably going to go back, we'll have something going on, maybe some business. And while you're there, you have money because they don't want to be responsible for you or have their citizens responsible for you. And I think the same thing should be going on for our country. What do you guys think about, let's say, if you come over to our country, to United States, you should have a job lined up maybe, or in a profession, or maybe have a sponsor, like maybe somebody, a family member or something like that. Or you're not trying to collect welfare or medical. Because if you're collecting welfare or medical, you're taking from American citizens, not the government. I'm going there with this one. This is me saying this. They say the government is helping you. The government get money from the citizens. So that money is being taken from the American citizens. I don't think that they should be able to get that money from the government. Let's get into this, you guys, and please let me know what you think about this right here. Let me know what you think about this topic. If you don't agree with me, let me know.
Department of Homeland Security has been planning to consider green card applicants' use of welfare benefits in deciding whether to grant permanent legal status. U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services is set to look at applicants' use of Medicaid, food stamps, and housing assistance as factors when deciding whether to grant legal status. It's a result of moves by USCIS to tighten green card eligibility. The rule is expected to affect hundreds of thousands of applicants and is expected to take effect in 60 days.
So the bad part about this is this proves that people are lying somewhere. Yeah, it proves that somebody lying somewhere. Because if you have us know it, they were saying that people that are here illegally or people that are whatever, they're not getting any food stamps or assistance or any medical assistance, right? So how come this popped up out of nowhere all of a sudden? What's going on with this? If you never was getting anything or giving them anything, how come now you guys are talking about now they want to determine if immigrants who get a green card, if it's a good idea for them to get food stamps or medical? What's going on with this? What's up?
Under the Biden administration, DHS primarily considered only cash welfare payments meant to cover basic living expenses and long-term institutional care paid for by the government.
That's not the government. Cash benefits and long-term care, that's our money. I don't care what nobody's saying over here. Y'all not listening to what's going on here, and I'm going to bring it back, heel up, reel up, bring it back, come rewind. What did they say?
The Biden administration, DHS primarily considered only cash welfare payments meant to cover basic living expenses and long-term institutional care.
What do you mean only? They considered only. You still giving them bread. That's that $10,000 and $14,000 and $13,000 they was getting on those cards.
Under the Biden administration, DHS primarily considered only cash welfare payments meant to cover basic living expenses and long-term institutional care paid for by the government. The Trump administration's updated rule will return to the broader criteria on welfare use applied during the president's first term.
So half of y'all in the comment section that was trying to get welfare, trying to get some help or cash assistance that was getting turned down, they wasn't giving it to y'all, but they was getting it. Let's keep on moving forward. I ain't make this stuff up, and the question is there as well. We're still going to lay that question right out for you. If they never were giving them any money, why are they adding this to the immigration clauses now? What you guys got for me in the comments? They denied that there was fraud, and now we're being prosecuted, people for stealing millions. Joe Biden passed out zillions of dollars to illegals. I was a union laborer for 15 years, and every immigrant had their papers. I'm taking loans out to go food shopping. It's not right. Meanwhile, if I need help, we can't get any. $2,000 in SNAP benefits every month. In DFW, they had H-18 engineer got chosen to moor California without permission, slacked off and got fired, then filed unemployment in California, been getting dough. Oh my God, this is crazy. What y'all got for me over here? If you're not a U.S. citizen, you should not get nothing from the U.S. government. It shouldn't be. It should be to help the citizens only. In my country alone, we have migrant workers that are getting welfare. Oh my God, be clear, our money means working taxpayers, filers and payers. I've gotten zero benefits from the government in my 56 years, says Mike Holmes. That's why we do this show, you guys, because I love especially when we're following on topic, because we got some serious questions. I know I do. I got some serious questions about this one right here. Why are they getting money, and why y'all try to lie and say you never was giving them none? Stop lying. Let's get on over to New York, and if I can make it there, I'll make it bum bum. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. You see them on the header right there in the thumbnail. Let's get on over and see what Nick Shirley has to say after a stunning expose where a massive fraud scheme in New York came out, where they found some massive fraud going on out in Queens, y'all. Let's get it. Let's see what Nick got to say about this.
Journalist Nick Shirley just hit the Big Apple. His report focused on several senior adult daycare centers in Flushing, Queens that are...
So basically what they do is they say, we're going to give you guys a kickback if you refer more people to come to our daycare center. And ours is not so legit. The other ones that are legit, doing things by the book, they got mad. So they snitching. They glad that they going around asking about it. Those other companies. Check this out.
...are suspected of stealing millions from our most vulnerable population. That's the elderly. And law-abiding businesses not engaged in this type of fraud are suffering the consequences.
Continues to grow bigger. And then those members, every time they would come in, they would mention some sort of other benefits that they would get. Every time we rejected it, our channel, if you see the waves, it'll just keep getting discharged and discharged. So even this year, we hit maybe about a 300 to 400 member discharge, almost simultaneously. And then we all find out that the reason is because other daycares are doing whatever you guys are aware of.
So they're paying people to become part of the daycare. So they're like, yo, we're gonna give you guys a kickback to come to ours. These guys operate legit, but the other ones giving kickbacks to the older elderly people to do referrals. They sending them through all of these other little things. Use this van care. Use this pharmacist, because they're getting kickbacks from dealing with those other companies.
So we're losing our members left and right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now we're down to 120.
And do you think like the fraud is real with these adult daycare centers?
100. Can I say it? Yeah, 100%.
Well, CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz joined Nick Shirley later in that video, revealing how fraudsters are building a massive criminal enterprise.
The big issue with these centers is not that they're providing social adult daycare, is that it's a clubhouse for criminals. It allows these folks who are running these centers to pull together a bunch of seniors who might be innocent, walk in there, and they say, listen, I'll give you a little side cash. Let me have that number that you have, that's your insurance card, and I'm going to use it as a credit card against the government. I'm going to charge the New York State, who's going to then charge the federal government. All that money launders through the system, gets cleaned up in different ways, and it builds a massive criminal enterprise.
Now, Dr. Oz also revealing that pharmacies are popping up like...
That's why people wind up getting medical supplies, all sorts of stuff that they never even ordered, because they're using the numbers and just boop, 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 boop.
food courts on one street in one neighborhood. They found over 10 pharmacies, and it's costing hardworking business owners too.
Why do those other pharmacies open up there? They're all over the place.
I have no idea. They're doing something funny and just doing what we're supposed to.
Explain to me what funny means. I mean, I
don't want a customer coming in and asking, what do you get? You don't get anything except with your service.
Do the other people, do they ask for like money or kickbacks in exchange for?
Yes, they do. But we don't do that.
She said they come in there asking her, but she don't do that, so they don't deal with her because they used to getting kickbacks. That's what the whole neighborhood is doing.
Would it be better for you if the bad actors stopped taking kickbacks and bribing patients and working with the social adult daycare?
Yeah, of course.
Now, Nick Shirley was on Capitol Hill this week, and thanks to his hard work,
Oh man, y'all, they got no, I'm talking about great power come great responsibility. I would never even think of anything like that. You guys already coming here, right? So yeah, let me get that number on that card right there, and we're gonna do a whole bunch of slew of things. We're gonna act like we sent you to this doctor that's in our network. We're gonna act like you need that wheelchair. We're gonna act like you needed those medical services, and just boom, 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 boom. Keep charging the government, you guys, and we're paying for it. How about that? Let's keep on going, you guys. Yeah, it's a prescription and a whole bunch of money you can make off of it. You see that? I ain't even know nothing about that 55. That's crazy. Let's get into it. Thank you so much, Liberty and Justice. That's right, you guys. Smash that like button. Drop a comment. Join the discussion on current news topics. We're a community of diverse opinions. Tap on it. Let's talk and let the fam know. It's time, y'all. It's Monday. And if you're really trying to be a part of the fam, go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up, because I'm sending out 6 of our bottom line signature keychains. That's right, 6 people randomly selected. Also, 6 people will receive our bottom lines decals. All we got to do is get those likes up to 300 today, and I will be sending you out your merch. How you gonna get it? Send your address, or wherever you want me to send it to, work, homie, crib, I don't know. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Send the address to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Now it's time for you to hear from your Uncle Tom. Let's see what's going on with this situation over here, because Tom Homan says that doom, 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 doom. That's right. They breaking ground, you guys. As you know, they were about to stop the vehicle stops and arrests, but President Trump came in overnight, turned that over and said, no, no, no. They've been very successful with that. Let's see what's going on when it comes down to Tom Homan and in situations where there's been record-breaking news of people that have been getting deported and still holding goals for mass deportations and probably more hirings.
The outrage follows 2 ICE-involved shootings, one in Maine, the other, of course, in Houston. But ICE says in both instances, the men tried to flee traffic stops. While in Houston, officers say the driver attempted to use his car as a weapon. In response, ICE looked into pausing traffic stops, but was met with swift resistance from the president, who says stopping the practice would play into criminals'
hands. I tend to agree. Joining us now for tonight's big close-up is the one and only border czar, Tom Hellman. All right, Mr. Hellman, we've known each other for a long time, and you know I'm a big fan of your work, right?
Yes.
So I fired off a couple of tweets this week because I was a little upset, right? And I think the president was also, you know, and I don't know the discussions that happen internally, but this notion of stopping traffic stops, and then now we're hearing that perhaps they're going to resume, but that one of the agents has to have a body cam. We know not all agents have body cams, which leads me to believe that perhaps some traffic stops will be paused for that reason. I want to give you a chance to set that record straight so the American people know what's going on in terms of these traffic stops and why there was maybe this miscommunication with the White House and Secretary Mullen on what happened there.
Well, look, traffic stops are back on, and that is true. You got to have a body camera during a traffic stop, which I like. I want all agents to have body cameras, because body cameras exonerate agents 90% of the time, right? It tells the truth. And why hasn't everybody had a body camera? Because the Democrats shut down the government. In that budget, there's $120 million more to buy body cameras. They said we had money before, but we didn't have money to do the storage, right? We didn't have money to hire people to do the thousands of Freedom of Information Act requests we're going to get. So we didn't have the money, so they held up. If they would have not shut down the government, first of all, we have a lot more arrests and removals. They shut us down for months. And second of all, everybody would have a camera. So I think it makes sense to have cameras.
A lot of you guys asked that question. They give a lot of money to ICE. Somebody said that. Look at Jonathan. Good question right there, Jonathan Burks. They gave ICE a lot of money and they still don't have cameras. Do you think that's a good enough answer, good enough question? Let me know a good enough answer for your question, Jonathan.
And I think, you know, I talked to Mark Wayne. I think his biggest concern when he made that decision was the safety of officers, because with the threats with vehicles up nearly 2,000%, at what point will we not be quick enough? Then we're going to bury an ICE agent, right? So I think he wanted to make sure, do they have the training or not? Do they have everything they want? First when Trump came in, he made a decision. So traffic stops are back on. And the camera deployment, I saw the plan the other day, there's a plan for deployment right now. We're training the trainers, so when the cameras get to the field offices, they'll immediately be deployed.
Okay, so they're training the trainers, so when they get the cameras, they're going to be deployed. I actually am all for it too. I think it's only right. And also, it probably would play better for both sides, because then if the citizen feels a certain way, let's go to the videotape. And if you need to prove what happened with that pow, I think that would be good too. Everybody needs to be accountable. You know why, you guys? You know why? Because you could be a boss at a job. You could be the president of the United States of America. You could be the head of the CIA or the FBI. Everybody that works under you or everybody that works for you, you're not responsible for their F-ups and for their actions that they do personally. You're going to get a few bad apples. You're going to have to fire some people. You're going to get some weird things that happen. That's why I think everyone needs to be held accountable. Let's keep on going forward, you guys. Let's go. We got some more immigration and naturalization arrests. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby. Get them! Let's go. See what's going on with this right here. Let's see what we got over here with these immigration and we got this attorney over here. I'm sorry, we got an attorney over here from Alaska State Attorney arrested by immigration officials and held in a Tacoma detention center. I don't know how it happened. Maybe he was going to check out the detention center, but you know what they said? Now you can't leave. I don't think that was cool. I don't know what happened. Let's look at this together for the first time, you guys. See what happened in Alaska.
Thanks for joining us. Our top story tonight, U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement spokesperson says officers arrested Chusheng Charlie Yang, a 32-year-old Chinese national and attorney with Alaska's Department of Law. The arrest happened last Friday in Anchorage. An ICE spokesperson told us Yang violated the terms of his admission and is a, quote, deportable alien. Yang is being held at the Northwest ICE Processing Center in Tacoma, Washington. ICE says it's pending immigration proceedings. Alaska court records show Yang pleaded no contest to a speeding ticket from May 22nd, but I could not find any other charges listed against him in any of the state court systems. In response to general questions about verifying employment eligibility for full-time hires, the Alaska Department of Administration Policy Advisor Kate Sheehan told me that the state of Alaska hires individuals who have the legal right to work in the United States. This employment eligibility is confirmed through a federally mandated I-9 verification process. You're probably familiar if you've ever had a full-time job in the U.S. The Department of Law and Governor Mike Dunleavy's office declined to comment on Yang's employment status or arrest due to personnel policy. We're trying to reach out to Yang while he remains detained in Tacoma through several different channels, and we will continue to update you on this story as we learn more.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for joining.
That's pretty weird right there because, like, where did he go visit somebody? Did the speeding ticket get him locked up? What happened? I don't know. But yes, you guys, we're going to keep on following up on that story just like we do everyone else. And hopefully you guys appreciate the content that you're getting this Monday. I'm happy to be with you again on this very healthy day. I got to tell you guys, wrist ain't bothering me. I'm so happy to be alive, able to breathe, got up being able to see. Told God, thank you so much for another one. And I was ready to get it going, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're working on 74,000 subscribers. And we're going to keep on pushing until we get to that 100. But it'd be cool to get to that 74 today. Let's get on over and see what's going on with this situation that you're looking at right behind me. Where Jeffrey Epstein survivor says Todd Blanche, the AG, he basically evaded questions when he had that meeting with the survivors. I was giving him credit, like, you know, I think it's a good idea. I was thinking along with you guys as well, you know, but then he did say, I can't meet with them if they have lawyers. So I said, oh, you're right about that. But then he actually did decide to meet with him. And this is the follow-up, you guys. What happened at that meeting?
Epstein survivors were left stunned and angry after a meeting with acting Attorney General Todd Blanche. Republican Senator Tom Tillis issued an ultimatum to Blanche to take that meeting if he wants to win his vote at the committee stage of the confirmation hearings. Survivors knocked Blanche for his approach to the meeting, saying he was abrasive and condescending. Blanche said the meeting was, quote, not all cordial, adding survivors want some form of justice. He does not think he can deliver. Here's how another survivor described Blanche's tone.
Thank you, Brad.
It was demoralizing, to say the very least. He completely talked around questions. He didn't give transparent answers. It felt like more political posturing and using survivors the way that we've been used as political pawns.
Joining me now is...
Because my question is, I want to know if he had any, and if they had any questions about why did he move Ghislaine Maxwell to a minimum security prison, and what was the reason for that? I would have had questions like that.
Jess Michaels, performer, educator, entrepreneur, and survivor, who was in the room for that meeting. Jess, I'm glad to see you as always, but I want you to take us behind the scenes. How did Blanche set the tone after survivors in some cases had waited, 30 years for a meeting like this? Did you sense that he cared about pursuing justice, or did he take the meeting for the sake of saving his nomination?
It was very clear he was taking the meeting because he wants this promotion. Because initially what was passed off to us was meeting with his assistant. And when we said no, he then scrambled and he said, okay, well, I could be there before 2 o'clock, but we had already left the Capitol.
And what happened to that other statement I got to call out when you said you can't be there if they got lawyers? How come all of a sudden, no pun intended, what you said after that trumped that statement? Come on, Todd, what's going on here, buddy?
So we couldn't get there before 2 o'clock, and we requested another meeting, and finally he agreed to personally meet with us at 4:30 in the afternoon on Thursday. And I mean, I think his attempt at empathy and compassion really came off as patronizing and condescending. So I did not feel that he was a public servant there addressing crime victims that experienced horrific abuse, not just from the person that had abused us, but from the system that was supposed to protect us. There was no acknowledgement of that part of the story.
I'm curious how long the meeting lasted. You mentioned about 4:30. How long were you all with him?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 30 minutes, and we kept him there till 6 o'clock, till pretty much 6 o'clock. It was a long meeting. It was very tense. There was, I have to tell you, we agreed on one thing. There was one thing that everyone in the room agreed upon, which was interesting. He agreed that the previous FBI FBI agencies had just completely botched the investigation. And I said out loud, I said, yes, I said there was a lack of investigation, like when we gave leads. And he said, yes. And he pointed to me and he said, yes, a lack of investigation.
Okay, we got to keep going, you guys. I know you guys want to know more about that, and I'm hoping that they actually let that out, but we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Want to keep on moving forward. And if you appreciate the show, the #1 show on YouTube, the #1 co-host, #1 family, that's right, you guys. And I got to give my props. They can't mess with your boy because we do this every single day like it's nothing. Now we got to get on over to some fraud. You guys see it behind me. Money, 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 money. We got to get on over to Minnesota, St. Paul to be exact, where one of the top fugitives, I don't know what the hell his name is. I think it's Abedikum Edele. I don't know, but I'll tell you one thing. He's locked up, and they'll probably get out if we go by the history of what's going on over here. So I'm not going to say it. I don't think he's getting out. 42 years old. He's facing stealing taxpayers' dollars and defeating our future fraud. This is the one that they were looking for. They brought him back as a fugitive, you guys. They'll be able to say his name better than me.
Accused fraudster and the target of a worldwide manhunt made his first appearance in the St. Paul courtroom this afternoon. Investigative reporter Eric Rasmussen's been following the case of ADVERTISE Edele for more than 4 years. And he's live in St. Paul with this developing story. Eric?
Truly a surreal moment up in courtroom 6A this afternoon as ADVERTISE Edele made his first appearance in front of a judge. Prosecutors put him at the very top of a conspiracy at Feeding Our Future, but after he fled the country around 2022, some thought he'd never be seen again. This is the mugshot of ADVERTISE Edele taken just hours after landing in Minnesota Thursday. The 42-year-old reappeared in an orange jail jumpsuit at federal court in St. Paul Friday afternoon. Considered the right-hand man of Feeding Our Future founder Amy Bach, Edele faces 31 charges of his own for stealing millions of taxpayer dollars meant,
and she told on him too,
to help feed kids during the pandemic.
I trusted people that were not trustworthy.
Edele was among those blamed by Bach in this jailhouse interview with 5 Investigates in May, right before she was sentenced to more than 41 years in prison. But Edele himself had long since fled the country and was hiding out in Somalia until his capture 3 weeks ago.
You can run, but you can't hide.
U.S. Attorney Daniel Rosen said that after the surrender of another suspected fraudster earlier this year. But getting Edele back to the U.S. was not so simple.
He was using that money, and whatever village he was in, all of those people probably were hiding him out. You know how that go. That's right. He's a patsy as well. They got her as one of the main leaders, though, that lady there. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, you guys. It gets many more people over here. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Also, you guys, all you got to do in order to do that, and if you really want to go ahead and become a member, all you got to do is pick up the phone like that. How you do it? You pick it up. Oh, watching Boogotti on YouTube. Okay, cool. Let me double tap that screen. Let me hit those 3 dots over there. Let that light come down. Boom. Also, you want to hit that bell, that notification bell when it pops down. When you hit subscribe, make sure you hit all. That means you're going to get all notifications whenever we're on. And if you're feeling nice, if you really want to look out, yes, you can send over a Cash App, the way to support the show. You can do a super chat. We appreciate that. But this way, they don't get in the middle of it. $, my name, we'll appreciate it. BOOGOTTINYC. Let's get more going on here because guess who just got locked up? Right behind him. Him and his brother just got locked up, you guys. Let's go.
Local news cameras in Mogadishu documented protests in the streets trying to block Edele's extradition to the United States.
Of course, because they was being taken care of in that village. That's how they do that.
But authorities got him on a plane to Minnesota on Thursday, where he'll finally face justice after more than 4 years on the run.
I don't know if he's going to get 41 years like his other counterpartner, though.
Eadley had little to say in court today, but he did have to swear under oath when telling the judge that he could not afford to hire his own attorney. And it may be the least surprising moment of the day. The court deemed Eadley a serious flight risk, so he will remain locked up at the very least until his next court hearing at the end of this month. Live in St. Paul, Eric Rasmussen, 5 Eyewitness News.
Come on, you guys. I see we got 159 people in the building, and we ain't going to be able to get no more in here if you guys don't double tap that screen. Also, if you're really appreciating the show, I'd like for you guys to subscribe. All you guys got to do, you see that black button right there? Hit that subscribe and become a member. We're working on 74,000 subscribers. Let's get on over here because I just told you both of the brothers got locked up, and this time I don't know if they getting out. Watch your head. That's right, that's what they always tell you. Watch your head. And then you're in the back looking at that Chinese restaurant. You're looking at that pizza shop like, damn, when will be the next time I taste a meal like that? Even that chihuahua on the sidewalk is living better than you right now, ain't he? Let's go, you guys, let's go. Right about now, we're gonna get into the brothers. You know who I'm talking about, the Tate brothers.
Influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested by federal authorities in Miami. A spokesperson for the U.S. Marshals Service told the Associated Press that the brothers were taken into custody on a sealed warrant. British prosecutors announced on Saturday they were seeking the extradition of the brothers on rape and sex trafficking charges. The offences are alleged to have occurred between July 2010 and August 2017, the Crown Prosecution Service said in a statement. The pending charges in the United Kingdom accused the brothers of abusing women in an area of North London where they grew up. Their lawyers said they had denied the allegations.
What a waste of a chance.
To though, as this is coming into our newsroom just in the last couple of moments, this post coming from TMZ saying breaking, Andrew and Tristan Tate have been arrested in Miami. We also have this post coming from the New York Post. Manosphere influencers Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested by U.S. Marshals in Florida. The Associated Press is reporting influencer brothers Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested by federal authorities on Saturday in Miami. That's according to the U.S. Marshals Service. The charges against the pair were not immediately announced, but a spokesperson for the Marshals Service is telling the Associated Press that the warrant was sealed. I want to put up some video on your screen right now of the Tate brothers. They were arrested on extradition request from the UK. That's according to a person who is familiar with the matter, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to publicly discuss this case. The brothers, proponents of hypermasculinity, who have millions of followers on social media, have been wanted in the United Kingdom, where they face rape and human trafficking charges. The brothers are dual U.S. and British citizens who moved to Romania in 2016. They were arrested there in 2022, accused of participating in schemes to lure women for sexual exploitation. They denied those allegations, and the case did not go forward because legal and procedural irregularities. The former professional kickboxers have amassed a following of fans, particularly young men and boys, by professing a lifestyle of luxury and unapologetic misogyny. The pending charges in the UK accuse the brothers of abusing women between 2012 and 2015 in an area north of London where they grew up. Their lawyers have said that they denied the allegations.
Yeah, but if you go listen to a lot of their meetings and a lot of their sit-down conversations, they talk real bad about women, things that they do. Oh, she deserved it, this and that. Yeah, they're very misogynistic. And guess what? When somebody gets somebody like that, once they can turn the tables on you, it looks like the Tate brothers is going to have a long road ahead. Similar to shake your ass, watch yourself. That's right, you guys. Also mystical. Seems like certain things just follow certain people. Going to keep on moving forward. Want to pray for the victims in these situations as well. Let's keep on going because we got a common antibiotic, not even a common, but we got an antibody that's actually going around here, KILLing people, and we got to bring you guys up on it. What is it called? Clindamycin. It's a warning that's going around, warning families. It's saying that they never heard about this before. What is this? An antibiotic risk?
About a common antibiotic prescribed every day in doctors' offices and dental chairs quietly killing people. Our senior investigator, Rebecca Lindstrom, has been looking into this. She's been talking with families and now sharing what they were never told.
I mean, nothing. Everything made her happy.
The pictures in Sarah Moat's phone mark time, little moments that made her laugh. And others she'd rather forget.
This is when we got into the hospital.
She looks so tired.
I mean, it's all she did was pretty much sleep for days.
Moat's daughter Elizabeth was 3 when a doctor treated a small infection with a powerful antibiotic, clindamycin.
It was about 3 weeks later.
Clindamycin, my bad. That's what they call it.
She woke up, started having stomach pains.
Stomach pains that led to days of severe discomfort and bloody diarrhea.
She was never comfortable.
Right.
So she would go stiff and then trying to ball up to see if it'll help.
It took 3 visits to the hospital to convince doctors this was more than food poisoning or a stomach bug.
They came in and told us that she had tested positive for C. diff. Pretty much like it was killing her inside.
C. diff is short for Clostridioides difficile.
That's Christian Lillis. His mom died 9 days after taking the drug prescribed after a root canal. C. diff is a common bacteria in our gut, normally harmless, but antibiotics can throw off that balance, allowing it to flourish, sometimes with deadly results.
Almost any kind of antibiotic can predispose you to a C. diff infection, but clindamycin is known to be one of the ones that you really do want to avoid.
This 2023 study in the American Journal of Managed Care looked at 150,000 patients with C. diff and found clindamycin came with the greatest risk. According to Georgia Medicare claims, about half of its clindamycin prescriptions are written by dentists, but other doctors see it as an option for people allergic to penicillin, like Elizabeth. Clindamycin carries a black box warning.
It's reserved for drugs that have potentially either extremely dangerous or lethal potential side effects.
But Lila says his mom never saw that warning, and her dentist didn't say anything either.
That's like when you up at night and you watch a commercial and it's for your hair to grow longer. And you're like, yeah, look at this, it's interesting. Hey, let me look at that. And you look at the side effects. Side effects are your toe might fall off. You're gonna get kidney failure. Oh, you might get a heart attack. If people knew about these side effects, I don't think that they'll be taking these D-rugs or these pills and stuff like that, you guys. Please stay on the lookout because it's called clindamycin. Many people who can't take penicillin, they're trying to supplement it with this. The only thing about it is the side effects. The side effects are deadly. Let's pray for the little girl that lost her life. I want to pray for the elderly woman who lost her life as well, the son's mom. I want to pray for anyone out there who's dealing with these chemical imbalances when you can't take certain medications. They'd have to be very careful. Everybody who has like a certain sort of allergies and things like that, you guys got to be careful as well because there's many triggers out there that can make these things happen. I want to pray for all of us in here. Amen. Let's keep on going, you guys. And she was a beautiful little girl too. I hate to see a little child like that lose their lives. It sucks, man. It just sucks. Let's get on over to Florida. We got a man accused of hitting a child on an e-bike. Now, if this is true, that's a terrible thing. But there also is always questions. Where was the child? Were they in the road? Was it the man's fault? The question I'm asking, the reason I'm saying this is because there's always questions behind all situations. And you need to hear from all sides before you start pointing blame. This happened in Windermere. It's out in Florida, right? Where a deputy says that he got angry and chased the kid down. What do you guys think? Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Because guess what? If he just did, let's say he got angry and chased the kid down. That's not a good thing either. Because now that probably started the landslide of events of things happening. Because when you come into contact with the kid, it just doesn't look right. Let's go. I'm going to let you guys see what's going on here. I know what you said. You said, I need to see it. So here we go. Check this out.
Orange County man is in jail accused of hitting an 11-year-old riding an e-bike with his car. This happened Wednesday, yesterday, near Windermere, but the attorney representing Gregory Houle is pushing back on the charges. West 2's Avery Everett breaks down the case.
Gregory Houle?
The man accused of intentionally driving his car toward an 11-year-old riding an e-bike appeared before a judge for the first time on Thursday. 44-year-old Gregory Houle faces charges of aggravated assault with a motor vehicle, child abuse, and criminal mischief. But the attorney representing him says there's more to these allegations.
Nowhere in there does it say he was ever in fear.
In the arrest affidavit from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, investigators say this all happened around 4 p.m. on Wednesday. An 11-year-old child was riding their e-bike with two friends when they say Houle ran past a stop sign, making a right turn and going in the opposite direction traffic lane where the child was with his e-bike. The child advised investigators that Houle hit the e-bike with his vehicle and they were able to jump into the grass. The child advised the vehicle hit his leg and the e-bike. The child says they began recording on his cell phone, but Houle smacked his arm, then grabbed the cell phone and smashed it into the ground. The child's parents told investigators they wanted to press charges. As a deputy was speaking to that family, the affidavit says Houle made his own 911 call. Houle told investigators he was not home around 3:45 when someone banged 3 times on the front door of his residence. When they opened the door, no one was there.
So that's that bang and run, the knock and run. They bang on your door and they run. So he probably didn't see him because he jumped on his e-bike.
Houle advised they scared everyone inside his home. Around 4 p.m., Houle says the camera captured someone in a helmet and a reflective vest running back to an e-bike. Houle returned to the neighborhood just about 5 minutes later, and he says he saw a child matching that description. Houle pulled over to the left and said the juvenile on the bike laid down his bike in the road and jumped onto the sidewalk. Houle got out of his vehicle and asked them why they were harassing his family. Houle told investigators
The kid laid down his bike and jumped into the sidewalk. Don't sound too good there, Houle.
he snatched the child's cell phone without touching them and smashed it into the street. And then Houle says he went home. After Houle's initial appearance, I was able to get his...
You snatched the child's cell phone without touching him and you smashed it? Another hard one there, buddy. You had to come into contact with the kid to get that cell phone too, didn't you?
Attorney on the phone. He says these charges are a misleading characterization.
There is no damage to Mr. Houle's vehicle or the e-bike that's even listed here in the police report.
That's kind of what the kid said. He came into contact with him and hit his bike, but then he was able to jump off and jump on the side. So that means that 9 times out of 10, you didn't hit him that hard. You hit him, but didn't hit him that hard.
If you hit an e-bike with a car, there's going to be damage there.
A judge said...
Depending on the amount of impact. And if he hit your leg instead of the bike, yeah, let's look and see if there's any scars on the kid's leg as well.
Houle's total bond at $7,650 across all 3 charges. As a part of his bond, Houle cannot have contact with the victim, witnesses, or their parents.
I think he was angry. I think he came out of his house mad, saw that video, went up there looking for the kid and did all the wrong stuff instead of talking to the parents. That's right, you guys. That's what I think he did. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, because guess what's going to happen if we can get up to 300? That's right, 300 likes. We're going to be giving out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains, as well as 6 Our Bottom Line decals. All you got to do is hit me up on bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Send out those addresses, and we'll make sure that you guys get that merch. Let's get on over to Bogota. That's right, Bogota. I told you we go everywhere. We got a man posing as a pilot who ends up, locked up somewhere he did not want to be locked up at. In Colombia, woo! My grandfather told me about those little jail cells over there, boy. Standing room only. Now he's looking very distinguished, as he has on a suit. And he looks like he's the perfect person to be in first class, to fly on this plane. Only one problem is when he went through the metal detector, he looked a little top heavy. What do you guys think he had on him? Fake pilot busted with 10 of them K things. That's right, them Hunter Biden ELO things of that Hunter Biden got caught in the airport, had him strapped to his chest. Excuse me, sir. There seems to be something around your midsection. Do you mind coming with us, please? Hunter, I can feel it. Yeah, had to tell it all in. His captain's uniform didn't make it. He wasn't able to sit in first class, and guess what happened? Once he took that shirt off, they saw everything. Had the nerve to be dressed as a commercial airline pilot. He got his arms to the side like we can't see that even behind the blurring going on. So he like, what's all this? Yeah, body scanner revealed more than 10 of them kilos of that Hunter Biden. I can feel it. That's right, you guys, strapped beneath his clothing. I guess he figured if he get it from Bogota, he got the cheapest price. Anybody else used to play that game, Dope Wars? All right, so you got some more around the leg area here, around the thighs and the buttocks area. We thought that you looked like you had a little bit of BBL going on over here, buddy. Got him! Watch your head. Ooh, and Bogota, and they gonna have him. He gonna be in some serious trouble over in Colombia messing around with them folks, man. You don't go around there messing with them people. Come out of here. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We got to get on over to Atlanta/Cobb County. We got an attorney this time. An attorney. You know, when we put it together, we got to keep it in the same sync, right? So we got another one, an attorney who's helping to smuggle D-rugs inside of the jail. You guys, come on now. You got the attorney. You got the hookup. What's your attorney like? I got a good attorney. He keep us in here lit. How was he getting you guys stuff? How was the attorney able to get D-rugs inside of the jail? Because they searched them too. When they going through the there's somebody watching them. So how was he able to do it? How about you soak the legal papers inside of some sort of, exactly. Come on, you guys. They got serious on this one. He was soaking the legal papers. Come on, let's go.
Action News exclusive. An attorney is accused of smuggling drugs into jail. He and 3 other suspects are now facing charges. Here they are. Channel 2 Cobb County Bureau Chief Michelle Newell is live at the jail. Michelle, investigators say...
And if you can get those likes up and see those exclusive videos behind me all the time that we like to premiere over here every single day that you're not going to get from anywhere else, let's go ahead and double tap that screen because we're going to be sending out 6 of these Our Bottom Line keychains and 6 of these Our Bottom Line decals. If we can get those numbers up to 300 today, let's go.
Say the drugs were soaked into papers the attorney delivered to his client.
Yeah, it wasn't about what was written on papers that mattered. Investigators say a dangerous synthetic drug disguised as legal documents and Muslim prayers make...
So can you tell which one is the attorney? It's the one in the middle with the yarmulke on.
...needed into the Cobb County...
My bad, the kufi.
...jail.
All attorneys are not bad. It's just one we're talking about.
On Instagram, attorney Joseph Anfield L. markets himself as a champion and friend to his clients.
Anfield L. Laws affirmed that he's compassionate about what they're going through.
He's compassionate about what his clients are going through, you guys.
Investigators say the...
Not only that, you know, it's to the point where they're like, yo, if you ain't got the bail money, you know, and you got the lawyer fee, I'm gonna give you something to make sure you can come up with my fee. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to look out for me, but I'm gonna hit you with something. You feel me?
He wasn't just representing his clients at the Cobb County Jail.
He didn't respect this facility, and in my mind, he didn't service compliance. Yeah, he serviced them, but not the way they should have been serviced with legal services.
Attorney Anfield L. is accused of profiting from a criminal enterprise to smuggle highly dangerous synthetic marijuana into the Cobb County Jail.
I know one thing, he's gonna be real good in that law library. He'll be really good getting a lot of money because he'll be helping a lot of people with cases, especially since the fact that he's really a lawyer.
The incident here was really, we had an astute deputy paying attention to what the attorney was doing.
It was observed during an attorney visit that the attorney brought materials in, paperwork, and the attorney did not leave with materials. That material did contain the K2 It was then distributed, throughout the jail.
The months-long investigation also led agents to 3 other people they say played key roles in the operation. Investigators say Monet Mohammed disguised the drugs inside what appear to be legal documents and Muslim prayers. They say attorney Anfield L. delivered those documents to Sean Harris inside the jail, and that Harris and James Baltimore sold the drugs to other inmates.
Your boy was in there cutting off a piece of paper like this. All right, here, $50. Hold on a minute. This little thing right there lasting probably a whole week. Hold on a minute. Here, $50.
I'm a reporter with WSB TV. I contacted the attorney's law firm and left a message with his receptionist.
The agents worked extremely hard amongst themselves and with the prosecutors at the district attorney's office to produce the case.
That's paramount to me, keeping every inmate and or detainee that's in this facility safe. And it's my job, just as it is to keep the citizens of Cobb County safe.
The Sheriff's Office MCS Narcotics Unit leading this investigation. The alleged crimes happened
Now, you guys, I know you know I'm going to do it. There's a lot of people here showing love to the hairstyle. I think the hairstyle is fire. I got you. The outfit is crazy, but it's just something about that nose. Nobody knows the fragrances she can smell from 5 blocks away. Nobody knows the fragrance.
Last year, Sheriff Owens says he actually alerted all sheriffs in Metro Atlanta about what happened. We have a full statement from the Cobb County District Attorney's Office about their involvement in this investigation on WSBTV.com. Live from Cobb County, Michelle Newell, Channel 2 Action News. Michelle.
Get them, Michelle. Do your thing. Thank you for the great reporting. But hey, you know how we do around here. Everybody got to get it. If we can find one, we going to give it to you. You know, we always talk about Quagmire's daughter, giggity, 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 with the big chin. Oh, my God. Look like her chin looked like my grandfather, Bikingo. I'm talking about Bikingo got a chin like Benzino. Woo, let's keep on going. Oh, you don't think that they're going to get it? They laugh about my head all the time. Let me tell you something. You got to be able to come back with some good jokes if you're going to have a head like this. This here been my threat for my entire life. Oh, you think I don't know it? They used to call me Mac Tonight. You remember the big man in the moon from McDonald's? Yeah, they used to call me that. You know why? Look how sharp this joint is. Look at that. Look at that. Let me tell you something, man. If you can't joke on me, if you got jokes for me that I haven't heard, you a good one. I'm worse than Steve Martin and Roxanne when you're trying to make jokes about his nose. You ain't got nothing better than that. Come on, I start making jokes on myself. Stop playing with me. Let's keep on going, you guys. We got to get on over to New York. Let's get on over to Harlem real quick. We got a man that was powed in Harlem. No arrests have been made, and police say that he was related to the police officer. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. If you better be real good when it comes down to jokes, especially when it comes to me.
Top story this morning, the NYPD is now investigating a deadly early morning shooting on Frederick Douglass Boulevard in Harlem.
So far, no arrests have been reported in this tragic incident. Christy Kalishian has more details from the scene in Harlem. Christy?
Yeah, Jen and Doug, we're hearing from neighbors this morning. They say it's just quite an emotional day already for them, saying that they knew this victim. We're hearing from the NYPD that it was a 24-year-old man who was shot in the head just after 1:30 this morning. And the neighbors here tell us that this is just a beloved family that this man came from, and they're just shocked by all of this. We're hearing again from the NYPD, who was here not too long ago. We saw the NYPD and medical examiner's office here at the scene. The FDNY actually reports that a member of the NYPD went to New York Presbyterian Columbia Hospital after this, and police sources tell us it was because the victim was related to the NYPD officer. And neighbors do confirm that the victim's brother, yes, is an NYPD officer, and neighbors here, again, shocked. They say they're completely caught off guard by this, saying he was gone way too soon. Here, take a listen.
He was just so sweet, and I just, you know, he was the kind of kid that liked to do stuff, and he wanted to find out what was going on. So
she might think that that's probably the reason why he got powed, you know, being in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, he also wanted to be political in the neighborhood.
Maybe that's why he didn't really realize what he was doing. I'm just like really shocked. I know I'm gonna cry. When I see the mother, I'm not even gonna know what to say.
Just a devastation for this community, who says that his family is just beloved here. And they say that actually he was going to school and was very involved in local politics. So of course, any more information we get from the NYPD, we will bring that to you. At this time, we don't have much. The NYPD has not given much information as to what exactly led to the shooting. An officer is still in that courtyard there behind us. Again, we will bring you more information once that comes.
Yeah, but you guys kind of pointed this out to me. It was like, oh, we're starting to see so much stuff against each other, blah, blah, blah. So you know what I did? I tried to get it to the point where we're not showing so much of that. But the sad part about it is I like to show top news in every different location. If it's Chicago, if it's Miami, if it's Columbia, if it's the top leading news, that's what I like to lead towards. And sadly, it's a lot of that going on. So that's what we report. So a lot of times now I've been trying to say like, oh, let's not put that out. Let's not play that. We've been trying to show other stories, a lot more political things, community things that's going on. Still stuff that gets a lot of people interested, but not so much leaning towards the loss of life. And again, I already predicted this stuff because summertime in certain places, you got to expect it, especially when the people outweigh the authorities as well as the crime. And at nighttime, it's hot. A lot of people want to be out now, you guys. A lot of people are out much later. Let's get on over to Boston. That's how they say it in Boston. Because in New York, we say Boston. You know what I'm saying? Let's get on over to Boston. It's South Station. Anybody know about this situation that happened? They got video that shows rats. That's right, you guys. I'm not talking about ratatouille. This, I hope, does not spoil your breakfast. Because if you had Starbucks this morning, you might think secondly if you got it from this Boston Starbucks. Because this one here looks like Jerry, Ratatouille, all of them just came together to hang out in one Starbucks. Let's get on, you guys. Let's double tap that screen and see what's going on as this problem closed the Starbucks.
Make you shudder. Rats crawling around a Starbucks coffee shop in Boston's South Station. The city's inspectional services closed the transit hub location, and as Brandon Truitt shows us, for now, regular customers at that Starbucks are getting their caffeine fix elsewhere.
So this Starbucks is one of the first things that commuters see when they get off their trains and enter South Station.
So you hungry, you getting off work in the morning, you're like, let me go just grab something from the Starbucks real quick. You wasn't here 2 o'clock this morning? You didn't know that we have to clean this place up every morning? How about this? There's so many places that this happens to, but you don't find out about it. You know why? Because you got that employee or that manager that comes in the morning and cleans all of that stuff up. Supermarkets, restaurants, a lot of places. You know that's the #1 reason why a lot of establishments like bodegas have cats. It's for the rats. That's the reason why bodegas have cats. Let's keep on going.
See, the lights are off, the gates are closed, and commuters tell us they are rattled by that video.
When I think of it, it's pretty disgusting.
This is the video that's got everyone's attention. A rat going to town on a biscotti in the...
Going to town on a biscotti in a display in a Starbucks.
Display case of the South Station Starbucks. Another has them climbing on the register. The woman who took these videos says she recorded them around 10 Wednesday night. The Starbucks was closed.
That's right. The freaks come out at night. The rats come out at night. Hut, hut, hut. The rats come out at... The rats come out. The rats come out at night. Now it's time to get biscotti and all the things that we want to eat in here. They do a whole commercial with the rats eating in Starbucks, y'all.
I come here every morning on my way to work.
Why did you say that?
During the week.
A friend sent the TikTok to Clotilde Donnarumma, who opted for a Dunks on her way home Friday night as she found her go-to spot shuttered.
It was pretty disturbing. I'm definitely concerned. I usually don't get food here in the
Her go-to spot. Ugh, you better go get checked out.
mornings, but now I'm definitely not going to for a while until I kind of hear an update, because
It wasn't closed for the rats, because if there's any surplus in the back, they're like, yo, we shut them down, son. Throwing each other biscottis and all sorts of cookies and biscuits, right?
That did not look good on that TikTok at all.
That video making its way to Boston Inspectional Services. After looking over the place Friday, the agency says it found evidence of rodent activity, including rodent droppings throughout the establishment. They temporarily suspended the store's food permit.
They don't realize the medical repercussions.
Are you the crypt keeper by night? I mean, because is she alive? You don't eat Starbucks, you don't eat nothing. They probably got a hose connected to you when you get home.
I hope it's open because it's really convenient for me.
The city says to reopen, this Starbucks must thoroughly clean, sanitize, and disinfect the entire establishment, hire a pest management company, discard all food that may have been in the rats.
Close it and put a T-Mobile there. How many people with me? Close it and put a T-Mobile there. Nothing that got to do with food. Close it and put a T-Mobile there. Nothing that has to do with food, straight up.
Reach and correct all its sanitary and food code violations. Meanwhile, customers like Donna Rumo say they hope this becomes a thing of the past, so the store can get the all clear to reopen again.
I definitely miss it right now, even though it's only been like a day.
Still no word on how long this location will be closed, but Starbucks says they will not reopen it until it reaches its high standard of cleanliness.
What are they talking about? Somebody said, I love social media for this stuff. It would be swept under the rug otherwise. We wouldn't even know about it, right? And what is she talking about, you guys? Do you think that she has some sort of shock going on with her brain? What the hell is she talking about because it's closed for one day, it's bothering her? You should be more concerned about what's going on in there than the fact that it's closed. Something is wrong with her, seriously. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Tampa Bay. We got the Trap Boy gang that's been arrested. 19 people locked up, and I don't think they're getting out. That's right, because one of the leaders has pled guilty to a statewide bank fraud conspiracy, and he was doing it the different way, you guys. They weren't a regular type of gang. They were a bank fraud gang, and one person was leading the whole thing. Let's get into it, you guys. We got the Trap Boys out here. Let's do it.
The U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Florida announced more than a dozen people tied to a Lakeland gang have pleaded guilty to a bank fraud conspiracy.
Investigators say several members of the Trap Boys and their associates stole almost $200,000 from people. 10 Tampa Bay News reporter Angelicia Bruton shows you how investigators took down this operation.
U.S. Attorney Gregory Kehoe says 19 people pleaded guilty in connection to a statewide bank fraud conspiracy. He says the group stole money from banks, businesses, and vulnerable people, all in their own community.
We have now moved into another iteration of gang crimes that involve financial crime.
Kehoe says Trap Boy Tyler Jacob was the mastermind behind this operation. They first got tipped off about him in 2022.
And he's the one that spun many of this check fraud schemes out to any number of individuals. Some of them were, as I said, were involved and members of the Trap Boys, some of them were not.
But the U.S. Attorney says they were mainly based in Polk County, but their schemes consisted throughout Florida and other states as far as Wyoming.
It wasn't just individuals that were defrauded, businesses were defrauded. Who? Insurance companies, law firms, construction companies, and auto shop companies, public school districts, colleges, and state agencies. All of these people were victims of the fraud.
Over 2 years, Kehoe says around 26 banks and more than 200 victims were defrauded out of $200,000, targeting deceased individuals, residents of assisted living facilities, and people deemed mentally incompetent. He says the group attempted to steal more than $1 million before investigators stopped the scheme.
And they always go after the same victims every time, because nobody gonna look there. Let's do it with the sick people. Let's go where the old people is at. Let's go where they at. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. In the playground is where me and most of my days, chilling out, waxing outside of the pool. And then I got this wife who made me look like a fool. Y'all know her name. It's kind of stinking. Her name is called Jada Pinkett. And now you know what I'm about to show you, because he might get in jail if you don't know you. Check this situation out right here, you guys. We got a situation where Will Smith is being asked to come to face the jury, because look at that, Jada Pinkett Smith right there. Will Smith is being asked to testify in a lawsuit against Jada Pinkett Smith. Do you think this is even legal? Are you supposed to not even be able to go to court against your own wife? I thought that this wasn't something that was possible to even get done. I don't know, you guys, but we got one of these situations where somebody is going to court against Jada and they want Will to stand on trial. That's right. Let's see what's going on with this. Well, to answer questions. Let's see what's going on with this situation.
His former friend Bilal Salam wants the actor to testify in his legal battle with Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, in which Bilal accuses her of orchestrating a smear campaign against him. According to court documents obtained by E! News, Bilal, also known as Brother Bilal, is seeking to depose the Oscar winner as part of his $3 million lawsuit against Jada. In the case, Bilal accuses Jada of intentional infliction of emotional distress, alleging she and her associates threatened him during Will's 53rd birthday party in 2021. In an email exchange attached to a motion filed by Jada's legal team July 15, Bilal, who is representing himself in the case, says he wants to devote the first 10 minutes of a 30-minute call with the actress's counsel to address his request to depose Will. However, Jada's attorney, who stated in the filing that her client denies all such allegations from Bilal, argued there was nothing to meet and confer about regarding Will.
So they're saying that they want to depose Will because of a lawsuit. Can you do that? Can you actually do that?
Mr. Smith is not a party to this litigation, the attorney continued in her email response to Bilal. To the extent you seek his deposition, you must comply with the applicable procedures for obtaining discovery from a non-party. As far as we are aware, no subpoena has been served on Mr. Smith.
What's crazy is you know that their relationship as well as like their marriage is probably like not the same way it was. It seems as if it bloomed into something crazier when she's having all of these relationships and all of this stuff going on. Then they got that crazy word that they just made up. What's the word that she made up, you guys? The word that they made up? Yeah, what was that about? And then she's having number SIX with the son's friends and stuff like that. I don't know about this situation. And then on the other side of it, you got Will allegedly having other sorts of relationships going on as well that we're told about with the guy from above the rim.
E! News has reached out to reps for Will and Jada for comment, but has not heard back.
That's right. That word is called entanglement. Thank you, guys. I mean, if you're in a relationship with somebody or you're married, you're not going to say an entanglement because no matter what, there's a real bad part about that word that really just stands out, and that's tangled. You know, that's something that you don't want to be. When you got a rope or a fishing rod, when you get the rope tangled up, that's never a good thing. So the only thing that you got is ment and in the beginning of that. So you're entanglement. Yeah, seems like situation that you don't want to be tangled up in if you really want to break that word down. Let's keep on moving forward because now we got another situation where wipe me down. That's right, you go B-O-O-S-I-E, that's me. I don't even know how you say it. Wipe me down. Shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. Shoulders, chest, pants, shoes. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Little Boozy. Come on, y'all, get on in here. We're talking about Little Boozy. And I think Boozy sometimes be saying some stuff that rubs people the wrong way. And sometimes he's like that old granddaddy or that old uncle that talks a lot, but sometimes people be like, you probably shouldn't have said that. We got a situation over here because Boozy said he want his money back. He want his $300,000 back. He wants it returned because he didn't get that the pardon that he was expecting to get. The Wipe Me Down rapper wants $300,000 back from a lobby group that said that they were gonna lobby to get him you guys know what I'm about to say, right? A pardon. They didn't do it, so Boozy said, wipe me down, pay me back.
Are now taking legal action after claiming he paid big money for a presidential pardon that he never received. According to TMZ, Boozy, whose legal name is Torrance Hatch, says that he struck a deal with a pair of D.C. lobbyists to secure a pardon from President Trump. But the White...
Just so you know, doesn't sound too legal, huh? I mean, that's why I say he doing the unk thing, like the guy from around the hood. I understand you want to put people on blast and you want your money, but you probably shouldn't advertise this.
House denies they were speaking with the duo. Boozy now is suing to recover half of the $600,000 that he claims that he paid for a promise that was not delivered. Joining us.
He want 300,000 of the 600 that he paid them. And what you just got to say right there, Audrey, think about it. There you go. Audrey, you know that ain't legal technically, right? Come on.
It's now Chief Legal Analyst Clive Rhodes. All right, let's start off with the obvious here. Okay, so where is the legal line between paying a lobbyist to pursue a presidential pardon and then illegally paying for a pardon?
Let's start with a couple things. First of all, that's a lot of money, so I guess those wipe me down royalties are definitely still coming through.
Wipe me down.
I'll start with this. First of all, there is no line. It's clearly that if you're paying for a pardon, then that would cross the line. You can get someone out there to lobby, but if you're saying I want to get a guaranteed pardon, it's not going to happen. You can get someone to help with preparing your application. You can get some folks to prepare legal fees, investigation costs, lobbying fees. But to say, hey, I'm going to pay the president, this money will actually hit his hands, no, that would be bribery. That's against a number of regulations. Federal robbery, honesty, service fraud, conspiracy. If they use email or text message or any type of electronic device, you're looking at wire.
It's to the point where they can't give him no refund. You get what I'm saying? No, we were just lobbying. That's all they got to do.
Or mail fraud. Yeah, so there is the line is extremely bright that if these allegations are true, what he's alleging, it would seem like they were attempting to pay to play. And their response is that no, we were lobbying. So I'm not sure what's going on right now, but I think this case will work its way through the court system at some point.
All right, let me ask you though, if Boosie really genuinely believed that he was paying for a guaranteed pardon, so not just advocacy, but could that belief then hurt his own legal position, or is it simply a contract dispute that is services that weren't rendered?
Yeah, I mean, it could actually open him up to criminality himself. If he believed that I was paying for a legitimate pardon, that this money equaled guaranteed pardon, yeah, that could include him in some type of conspiracy. I mean, reminds me of the 2020 investigation by the Department of Justice when they brought this in, and they said a couple of things, that there was an allegation of a pay to play for presidential pardons, and when you look at them, how they got it, it wasn't based on someone saying, look, we were contacted about this.
Right.
They got into these phones, they saw that there were a number of emails and communications between individuals making allegations that they could purchase and pay for presidential pardons.
Just keep on going, you guys. I don't know what he was thinking about. He was thinking about all the money he spent, that 300,000, that 600,000. But guess what, bro? It's too late. It's a wrap. That money gone, and they can't give you that back even if they wanted to. Boozy didn't read the fine print. Not that Boozy, not the idiot. He should just hush. There you go. He thinks it's just like getting a pardon. He's still street smart, but other than that, he's not. I got to go see, okay, everybody, what else we got? Great Monday, Tony, right? See you tomorrow. See you guys in the morning. Bye, Tony. See you later. Yeah, he did do a thunk-to-dunk move right there, right? That was crazy. Hey, before you get out here, Tony, make sure you double tap that screen, and also, give me all the money in your pockets right now. Give me everything. Snap it to a Slim Jim. No, I'm just kidding. But if you like, you can go ahead and double tap that screen to get those likes up. And whoever has not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We're working on getting up to 74,000 subscribers. And if you guys are feeling charitable, trying to show out, look out for the show, we appreciate all donations. That's right, you guys. We're on Cash App. That's right, Cash App. That's right, $. Boogotti, BOOGOTTINYC. That's right. We appreciate it. Let's keep on moving forward. I like this idea right here. It saves the environment a lot. Plus, you can recycle a lot. And plus, there's gold in them there components. That's right, you guys. We got a company called ERI, and they do a different kind of mining. They mine for gold. They mine for plastics, also lead, and a whole bunch of different things. And guess where they find it at? In your old electronics and in your old phone. So you think that new phone that you just bought is brand new? It's been recycled, refabricated, and bringing back all of the old the new technology with a lot of old parts. Check this out, you guys. Check this out.
New phone, new laptop, new gadget. But what happens to the old ones? From smartwatches to digital doorbells, millions of devices are sitting unused or heading for the trash.
Each average American has about 25 devices.
How many guys got a drawer like this or a bag like this? Anybody here got a whole bunch of wires and stuff in the drawer?
People used to think of them as trash. They're really a treasure.
Electronics are the fastest growing waste stream in the world, according to the UN. ERI, Electronic Recyclers International, is working to reduce all that waste. We visited their New Jersey facility.
Oh my goodness, look how many phones. Since 2010, the growth of e-waste has outpaced normal single plastic recycling 5 times over. Right now, the world is generating more than 130 billion pounds of electronic waste.
So you get to understand what they're talking about with that electronic waste. Miss Swanza, your phone, your chargers, things that we don't use anymore, just like.
ERI's co-founder and CEO, John Shigerian.
100% of your electronics, when responsibly recycled, could go back into the circular economy. All the steel, the gold, the silver, the lead, the copper, the aluminum.
Not only does it go back to what he calls the SpaceX and NVIDIA economies.
Somebody said, she needs some milk. She's too thin.
Recycling old tech helps safeguard the environment.
This is full of hazardous material, including lead.
But the reality is only about 15% of electronics are being recycled in the US.
What's keeping people from recycling?
People are worried about their personal information, their data, their banking information, their social security number.
That's why you got 5 of your old phones still, because you don't want to sell them. You're scared to wipe them. You don't know if somebody's still going to be able to tap in, right?
That's why ERI makes military-grade data wiping part of the process. Shigerian says as the Earth starts to run out of valuable materials, urban mining from discarded electronics can help bridge the gap.
The technological revolution is still underway. We have to be just more thoughtful, more intentional.
ERI is in every zip code, working with cities like New York to place drop-off bins in thousands of buildings, and with major retailers, including Best Buy, Staples, and Salvation Army.
And of course, if you're trying to get rid of those lithium batteries, those are the same places that you can get rid of stuff like that. The lithium ion batteries, you can take them back to Best Buy, or a lot of these, I know a lot of condos downtown, they have drop-off places. You can drop your old laptop off at, a whole bunch of stuff. And if they're left open, you might be able to find some nice electronics too. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen. We gotta try to get the earth back the right way. We can recycle and save a lot of money by bringing things back to recycle, and it shuts down for them having to create things all over again. So if you guys think about something like that, you want to get rid of your old devices and things like that, the company is called ERI. That's right, ERI. Look them up, see if they're in your town. Also, Liberty and Justice says if you want to support the show, donate to your favorite host. Cash App, Boogotti, BOOGOTTINYC. We're here daily, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're almost at 74,000 subscribers. That's right, you guys. Let's go. Let's keep on moving forward, because we got, hi, I'm Vera Cosa. Remember when Jim Carrey used to play that role for In Living Color? You guys remember Vera DeMaio? We got one. We got one. I just forgot to put it in the header, you guys. We got one. And not only do we got a Vera, woo, this one here is running for office. That's right. I don't care. You got something to say about me, say it right now, because I'm going to say what I got to say. This one here looks cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Like Fred Flintstone in a dress. Yeah, we tell the truth over here. Like if I would have saw him, I would have been like, yo, what up, my dude? How you doing, bro? Everything good, my boy? I don't play that other game. Ain't none of that he, she, him, thee, their, fro. I'm going to give you what you're supposed to be called. And this one here is a doozy. We got a trans activist that's vying to replace Graham Plattner's position. That's right, you guys. Goes viral after an absurd Senate debate answer. Check this craziness out. Check out this answer. You see him, her over here. Oh my God. Yes, that's not Aunt Deborah over there, you guys. That's him, her. Let's go.
Actually, what qualifications do you have to serve in the U.S. Senate?
Oh, I ran for office several times. Didn't win, but I did run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books. And then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people, and I wouldn't deceive the people like we're being deceived right now. Like,
what do you have? What makes you good to be in office right now? Oh, because I like to listen to music. I read books. I'm what? Like, what stupid sort of an answer was that? Like, what are you talking about?
win, but I didn't run. And then I'm a songwriter, and then I write my own books, and then I suppose my transparency, I wouldn't lie to the people and I wouldn't deceive the people like we.
So just say because I'm trans and I'm up here and I'm doing this, I think that you guys should vote for me, basically. That's what you're basically trying to say. Because it'll be something that's wild and whatever. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
You're being deceived right now. Like, you know, smoke and mirrors, like what's going on with ICE. Pretending like these victims did something wrong. Like, that's unacceptable. And I suppose the biggest thing is, like, I'm just an angry citizen now, and if I got elected, I'd be an angry senator, and I think that would probably be their worst nightmare.
So you're trying to just be their worst nightmare just because you're trans and because you think that you look crazy. Know that you'll look crazy, and you think that's good enough to become and get in office. Craziness, you guys. I'm talking about, man, listen. Thought I saw it all until today. Just keep on going, you guys. Let's go. We got to get on over to Florida. Well, yeah, Florida. As Orlando police are investigating a child's pow-powing loss of life, advocates call for more pow-pow safety. More safety, you guys. We've been talking about this for a very long time. Let's get into it. Let's go. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up.
Day after a child was shot and killed at an Orlando apartment complex, questions still remain unanswered. It happened at the Stella West apartment complex off State Road 438 yesterday.
That's right. Pack him up, Money Tree. That's right. Call him what it is. Pack him up. Good one.
H+OUR's Avery Everett joins us now live outside the police department. So Avery, have police said at this point if the shooting was accidental or intentional?
No, the department has not confirmed that, and we're also still waiting for police to confirm the name of this child. After the shooting, gun safety advocates have been raising concerns. Now they're calling for accountability and awareness. Flowers now lay in front of the Orlando apartment complex where a child was shot and killed on Friday. But while the crime scene tape is gone, neighbors are still trying to make sense of what happened at the Stella West off Silver Star Road.
I couldn't believe it was hurting. It was painful.
Well, neighbors told us they know who this child was. Orlando police have not released a name or age. The department has also not said if a person responsible has been identified. Bishop Derek McRae says he's seen tragedies like this before, and he does not want to see another.
Not again. That's the initial reaction. Just not again. It's happening too often, happening too much.
McRae is an advocate against gun violence. After recent shootings involving teenagers or children here in Central Florida, he says now is a time to talk about solutions.
One child is too much, and that's the beginning conversations. The more we turn a blind eye, the closer it gets to us. Crime no longer has zip codes. Crime is happening everywhere.
That's why he's calling for action.
They're not just the future, they're our now.
As the community waits for answers in this latest case, McRae says the focus cannot end when a crime scene clears.
I want to pray for this toddler, this 2-year-old that lost his life in this tragedy right here, you guys. Yeah, there needs to be much more safety out here. I think you guys been following up on that case where a little 2-year-old, a 4-year-old got inside of the car and found a weapon that was unsecured. Also, it has one in the chamber, and it also had something in the clip. And also, I guess the kid was playing with it while they were going inside of the Airbnb. And the story constantly keeps on developing. So we're going to keep on moving forward with it. I want to pray for the little tyke that lost his life in this situation. Also, the little 4-year-old who did it, because I'm sure he probably didn't even intend to doing nothing like this. Families, people who have weapons, there needs to be a certain standard and a certain criteria that you hold yourselves to. You need to remember to keep these things separated from each other when it comes down to the ullets, with a B in the front. You want to make sure that clip is out there, there's nothing in the head. And also, even though you have all of that covered, make sure that you have a trigger lock as well as a gun lock, a gun safe as well. You got to go through a lot of precautions because kids are going to be kids. And once they find out you got it, they're going to go looking for it and they're going to play with it. Be careful out there, you guys. Last thing I want is for a parent to find out the worst thing that they could ever find out is that they have to bury their own child because of their own weapon. Amen. Be secure out there with those weapons, you guys. Let's go. Let's get on over to Nantucket. Remember those Nantucket drinks? They were real popular back in the day. We got body cam footage that shows this lady. I don't think that she was drinking a Nantucket, but she was drinking something else, which got her locked up for DUI. Come on, you guys, let's go. Watch your head. I feel sorry for people like this. I don't know. I just recently started seeing like a lot of officials and certain people when they're getting pulled over for these DUIs, something about their eyes and something about when they get caught. And it's just like, I actually feel sorry for them. I don't know why I feel that way. I guess I'm just a sucker. Let's go, you guys. Let's see what's going on with this one. This happened out in Nantucket.
Yeah, just like that. Good. Oh.
Oh.
All right.
Hey, is your name was Leslie?
Yeah.
Hi.
All right. All right.
This person is like.
I was driving by. Uh-huh. And you saw her like this?
Yes, and I don't know what's going on with her.
Okay.
She's not really knowing where she's at.
Okay.
I think she's a good.
Where was okay.
He was driving by and he said that he must have been the one that called and snitched. She said she don't know where she at. She said, I know where I'm at.
Where are you?
Here, I'll deal with her. Thank you.
She thinks she's in Vermont.
Okay.
All right, so what are you doing with her?
Here, why you
He said she thinks she in Vermont.
step out of the vehicle, okay?
Please.
Okay.
How are you?
You just leave Gerardino's?
All right, Michael.
Yes.
Okay.
Did you just leave Gerardino's? Yeah. Well, how many drinks did you have?
How much did you have to drink at Gerardino's?
Just a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just stay right here, all right? 2.14.
14.
Plate's gonna be in Mass PC 4 Sierra Foxtrot Golf 56 4 SFG 56.
Received 1, code 2.
Single car.
Let's go ahead and get up to the test. See what happened during this field sobriety if she makes it.
Okay. Yep.
It doesn't matter.
We want a nice flat surface for you.
Well, either way, I'm still freezing.
Okay.
I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm cold. Good try.
Okay, you go.
All right. So I'm gonna have you start like this.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the starting position. Okay.
Okay.
So you're gonna do it now.
Oh, right now?
Yep. If you can. So just try and get a nice heel to toe. Nope. So you don't have to walk yet. All right. So it's just.
No.
Just,
Well, can I, like...
Yep. Start over. So I just want you to stand like this. This is the beginning of the test.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna explain the rest of it to you.
But I want to hear, like, the whole test.
I'm gonna tell you.
You have to start like this. Well, why can't I just hear the whole test? Because this is part of the test.
She's staggering already, y'all. He probably smelled liquor all over her.
Oh, okay.
It's in stages. Yep. So you just stay still, just like this.
Okay. Okay. I just, like, think this is, like...
Yep, just one foot in the other and just stay like that. Just in that one position. Without moving. Oh. Yep, I gotcha. We'll give it one more shot. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's alright.
Okay.
Alright, see how
Now she's being a funny drunk.
I am? Just like this.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't have to move yet. Just like that. Yep, just like that. Good. Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Alright.
Fuck. Hey,
Her name was Leslie?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Is it Leslie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Leslie, look at me for a second.
No.
Leslie, look at me for a second.
No.
Leslie, this is really important.
Yeah.
Really important. I need you to take this seriously, okay?
I know it is.
Okay, so try one more. You want to try one more time?
Alright,
One more time.
It's gonna be 71 OUI. I'll take a record, please.
Watch your head.
It's alright, I'm sorry. It's alright. You got anything on you that's gonna stick or poke me? No,
You got anything on you that's gonna stick or poke me? And now the dreaded last part of it, watch your head. That's right, you guys, you know what happens. So sorry that she got caught out there, but hey, it happens to the best of them. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That was Nantucket. Let's get on over to Texas. And this man, stop saying that he looks like Abraham Lincoln. He doesn't. I said that. I'm just kidding with you guys. Let's go. I'm innocent. Damn it. Come on, you guys. We got to get on over to Texas. Hey, 55. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. She knew she was about to get cuffed. She said, no, don't ask me my name, because she thought that he was going to say, Leslie, you have the right to remain silent. That's why she didn't want to give her name. Okay, let's get on over to Texas. Texas, Texas, Texas. That's right, you guys. The stars and stripes are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. We got to get on over here where this man made steps to save a to save a child from being kidnapped. That's right, you guys, in North Texas. You guys might think he looked a little funny with his big beard, but guess what? If it wasn't for him, one person would be missing right now. So you know what? Let's be thankful that this man was there and he actually stepped up to help someone that was in distress. Let's see how he stopped the kidnapping.
I saw a man beating on a woman, and I don't like that.
Cody Ratto was driving home on his break when he says he saw something that didn't seem right.
I stopped, I picked her up off the ground, and I asked her if she was okay. She said, no, I'm not okay. He tried to kidnap me.
His instincts were right because the suspect jumped back in his car, attempting to drive away.
I jumped right back in my work truck and tried to take off after him.
This ring camera video from a nearby home shows who police say is the suspect, 28-year-old Carlos Alonso Cuevas Ruiz. Police believe he's driving away in this black truck. Right behind him is Cody, trying to get his license plate.
This was quite shocking. My own 15-year-old daughter walks up and down the street all the time.
It's home video like this and the courage from witnesses like Cody in this tight-knit community that helped police track down the suspect quickly. Now,
oh, they got him. He got caught.
This community is sleeping better at night.
Everybody did pitch in, everybody jumped in, everybody's sharing things.
This is how a neighborhood's supposed to be. This is the village right here.
I mean, I feel better knowing that he is no longer on the street.
I'm glad they were able to catch him quickly. And that does speak well of the people of this town and of law enforcement.
As for Cody, would you do it again?
Every day. This was a blessing from God to be in the right place.
In Keene, I'm Minnie Hicks.
That's right. His name is Cody. He was in Keene, Texas, and he saved somebody from getting kidnapped. That's right, you guys. That's right. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because I got something coming up for you guys. I want to make sure that you're safe at home. We've been trying to make sure that you guys have been safe on the road. We've been doing this on purpose. Why? Because we've been traveling a lot. I've been noticing that you guys have been traveling. You've been in hotels. You've been leaving your homes, and you've been taking your dogs with you and all types of stuff, because you got to make sure that they're okay, and you got to keep your place safe at the same time. So what have we been making sure that we do, you guys? We've been making sure that you guys keep those homes safe, but there's better and affordable ways to do it, you guys. You don't always need a Ring camera, even though it works. You don't always need very high, expensive security measures. Even these security companies have come up with ways that you, the consumer, can do it yourself. ADT, they have a consumer version, which is much cheaper. I want to put you guys onto some stuff that can save your homes and your apartments and your personal belongings. These simple habits could keep your home safer. Come on, you guys. That's right. Let's double tap that screen and get into it. And not because it's the health and wellness section, because it is. Because it's about health, wellness, and taking care of ourselves. This is the first thing we take care of. Even if you're in an apartment, in a home, you're taking care of yourself by being in that home, that protection. That's what you're talking about, right? We always take care of ourselves. That's what we got to do over here. The body, health and wellness. Let's get into it, you guys. These simple habits could keep your home safe, starting right now. Let's go. Let's get into it.
All right.
All right, we're back with a consumer alert. Many of us want to keep our homes secure as we head out of town for the summer maybe, or just for peace of mind. And Josh Sidorowicz explains the simple habits that experts say might defend your home better than all those state-of-the-art systems.
Doorbell cameras and DIY devices are more.
I always had an issue with the Ring camera because I saw this man ring the bell one time and they was like, "Who are you?" He was like, "Why?" And it was like, "I'm about to break in your house." And he was like, "No, you're not." Then he was like, "Well, ain't nobody here, so I'm going in there." And that's the one thing I get nervous about. Like, you know what? When you answer, they could believe that you're there and still know that you probably got something going on around there, right? But what if they still decide to break in because you only on the video camera?
More popular than ever. And according to Consumers Checkbook, they're also far cheaper than many traditional alarm systems.
The fact is, most burglars, they get into homes simply by walking in through an unlocked door or raising an unlocked window.
Executive editor Kevin Brasser says that most burglars aren't using sophisticated Ocean's 11 tactics. In most
There you go. I like that one. German Shepherd to keep me protected and safe. That's what I'm talking about. I like the people that think like you. And a pit bull. Somebody said, I got that, and a glizzock. Okay, this is where I'm glad I have nosy neighbors. A bat and a machete. But you ain't there to use it though, Jelena. You ain't there to use it. That's what I'm talking about. That's when they go in your crib and try to get at you. And they know. You know why? Because many people that steal from you, it's your friends and the people that know you. Believe it or not. Most of the time when my apartment got stolen, robbed, it was somebody that knew me or my neighbor because they know your schedule. Let's keep going.
most cases, they're looking for an easy target, an unlocked door, an open window. That's why Brasler says homeowners shouldn't assume they need an expensive security system to stay safe.
There's some kind of anecdotal evidence that burglars might tend to avoid homes where it's clear there's a burglar alarm and a siren may go off. But in the end, the way they break into homes is pretty similar.
Consumers found professionally installed systems can run you anywhere from several hundred to several thousands of dollars. And that's before you factor in the cost for monitoring, which can be $1,500 or more a year. Whereas consumers...
They definitely watch. That's right. That's why you need a trained dog. My house is a booby trap, and so good luck. Yeah, they definitely watch, Jillian. I like the booby trap thing too. Just be careful if you got kids and animals. Okay, wait a minute. Also, when they do watch, you got to do all sorts of things to throw them off. Make sure that you're not saying, telling people, well, we're doing a going away party for the weekend, or this person is leaving. Don't do none of that stupid stuff or none of that. Don't be posting it up on Facebook that you're going on vacation and all of that. Because if somebody know, they're going to try to get you. Sucks to say it, but you might have to wait till you get home to put your vacation pictures up. Real talk. Let's go.
Found basic DIY systems can be assembled for as little as a few $100. Even big names like ADT are now offering do-it-yourself kits. ADT Blue doesn't require a contract or even the professional monitoring costs.
I think often that may be the better way to go in terms of saving a lot of money.
But he says the best home security habit is also the cheapest. Lock your doors, lock your windows, and make sure it looks like someone's home even when you're away. In Philadelphia, Josh Sidorowicz, CBS News.
So the old tricks still work from back in the days? Make sure it still look like somebody home even when you're away. Leave a light on, leave the radio playing a little bit. That's right, you guys, because the home is the main domicile. You got to take care of home. That's the place that keeps you safe. Let's keep on moving forward. Welcome to the health and wellness section. We got more to do, you guys, because yesterday we talked about bread. How many people eat bread here? I'm not tricking you. This is very important. I eat bread, so I'm going to say it first. I eat bread and I love it. I'm going to hold my hand up. How many people here eat bread and love bread? I love bread. I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people can't eat bread because of whatever the situation is. I understand. But to me, nothing like a piece of bread with butter with some toast on it, or a good bagel, or a good nice roll, a Kaiser roll with some, oh man, a good sandwich. How many people love bread? I'm not trying to set you up. I don't even got to say what kind. I'm not looking out to catch you guys out there. And if you got some tips, no doubt. I got some bread in there freezing right now. I like your tip. I like bread. I don't care what nobody say. It ain't our fault. I love bread, straight up and down. So you know what we're going to do right now? Because yesterday they kept on telling us about the bad bread and and they got this in it, they got that in it. Well, how about me and you still want to eat some bread? We still want to eat some bread, right? So guess what? I said, you know what? Instead of us doing this in a certain way, that we're gonna do it to the point where we gotta go rely on these bagged breads. How about we learn how to make our own bread? It ain't gonna take long, you guys. If you got 10 minutes, let's go. But first, what in the world makes those onions make you cry? Why does onions make you cry? I got a question for you guys. And if you guys can answer that question, you might be able to get that free merch if you hit that like button and get those keychains coming in. You're gonna get 6 Our Bottom Line keychains going out, and you're gonna also get 6 of the Our Bottom Line decals. That's right, you guys, 12 pieces. Let's get those likes up to 300. That's right, you guys, because hopefully you guys can answer this question. I want to know, why do onions make you cry? The real science is going to be explained right here. And yes, right after this, I'm going to teach you how to make some bread.
Onions make you cry. You're not being dramatic. And it isn't just the smell. Here's the chemistry that's actually happening inside your eyes.
You do know tears protect your eyes, right? It protects the lids, and it protects you from like certain infections and certain things, bugs and dust. All of a sudden those tears come out to get rid of those bugs and that dust, right? That's what tears are for. But what do onions do, and why do onions make you cry? What's the real science?
When you cut an onion, you rupture its cells, releasing enzymes and sulfur compounds that were previously kept completely separate inside the intact plant. These enzymes rapidly convert the sulfur compounds into a volatile gas called syn-propanethyl S-oxide, a chemical defense produced when the onion is damaged. The gas rises into the air and reaches your eyes, where it comes into contact with the thin layer of moisture covering their surface.
Do you know why onions create this smell, this odor? To protect themselves while they're growing in the garden. Ain't that crazy?
On contact with your tears, the gas reacts within the tear film, creating mild irritating compounds that stimulate the surface of your eye. Your eyes contain sensitive nerve endings that detect this irritation immediately, sending an urgent signal to your brain that something may be harming the surface of the eye. Your brain responds the only way it knows how to protect your eyes, triggering the lacrimal glands to produce extra tears that wash the irritant away.
That's why you cry when you're cutting onions. Now we're gonna find ways to get less tears or make it not happen at all. You ever think about putting the fan in a certain direction before you cut the onion to make the fan blow the air a certain way? Or...
This is a protective reflex, much like blinking when dust gets into your eye. Your body is automatically defending one of its most delicate tissues. Onions evolved this chemical defense to discourage animals, insects, and microbes from damaging them. The irritating compounds are produced only after the plant is injured. This is why chilling an onion before cutting can help.
Chilling the onion can cut the odor release down much better. Put it in the refrigerator, then cut it.
Lower temperatures slow the enzyme-driven chemical reactions, so less of the irritating gas is released into the air. Cutting near running water or using a fan can help, because moving air disperses the irritating gas.
And it doesn't make it come to one direction directly at you when the moving air is there. Also, the water as well makes the flow of the water and the air go down the drain a little bit and pulls it away from it. And it kind of dilutes and it covers it. Okay, lemon on the cutting board. I like that. Thank you for the gift. Okay, yeah, thank you for the gift. I run cold water under the onions. Okay, I like that, Jelena. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jay Wood. Thank you, guys. Let's keep going.
Reducing the amount that reaches your eyes. Follow body protocols. Those tears were never emotional. They were your eyes using a natural protective reflex against a chemical defense that onions evolved millions of years ago. Why do onions make you cry?
Now we know why onions make us cry, and we know ways to prevent it from making us cry, don't we? That's right. This is the health and wellness sections. Why does onions make you cry? We're going to keep on moving forward because that was just one selection. We're going to mix it up with a jumbo today. We got more. And what are we talking about? The #1 healthiest bread in the world and how to make it. I'm not going to hold back on you guys because we're talking about bad bread. We're talking about good bread, the things that are inside breads. I think if we knew how to make our own bread, we would make it. And let's keep on going and let's find out from none other than who? One of our favorite doctors here, Dr. Eric Berg. We're going to learn how to make bread from a doctor. Hey, why not? He might know the ingredients, right? Let's get into it, you guys. That's right. This is Dr. Eric Berg. We are subscribed to Dr. Eric Berg, and he's a friend of the channel. What's the name of this video right here? The #1 healthiest bread in the world. If you want to know how to make it, give me 5 minutes. Let's go. Double tap that screen and get those likes up because now we're into the health and wellness section. Let's go.
The healthiest bread in the world is not this. You're not going to be able to find it at the grocery store. I'm actually going to show you how to make it. I did a version of this video years ago, and I think I got like 9 million views. This recipe is 5 ingredients, so much easier. You are going to love it, and it's not hard to make. It's actually quite easy, but it's also the way you put these ingredients together that gives it the X factor. I know I've been very guilty of telling you what you can't eat. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what you can eat, okay? I just want to cover a misconception about whole wheat bread versus white bread.
There's not much of a difference. Just to let you guys know, the difference between whole wheat bread and white bread, not that much difference.
And then I'm going to dive right into the recipe. So many people have this idea that whole wheat bread is healthy for them. This is not true at all. I'm going to go through this really quick, and then we're going to dive right into the recipe. There was a meta-analysis of 13
Thanks for the
different
jewels.
studies,
Thanks for
and
the
they found
jewels.
The average glycemic index for whole wheat bread was identical to white bread. That means both of these will spike the blood sugar exactly the same. I mean, it's pretty wild because if you look at the glycemic index, both of them are 71. Table sugar is 65, and whole wheat bread is higher than that. And I found in another study comparing these two that certain types of whole wheat bread will spike your blood sugar even more than white bread. Now, I'm not recommending white bread. I'm just telling you that there's not a big difference as far as your blood sugar. But there's more problems with whole wheat bread. It's anti-nutrient. Okay, what does that mean?
Thank you,
Well,
Floyd.
when you consume whole bread, you get the fiber, the bran. What's in the bran is something called phytic acid. Phytic acid binds with minerals like iron, zinc, calcium, magnesium.
All the good stuff. That's what it binds with. That's what makes you feel satiated, what makes you feel full, what makes you feel content once you're full.
Blocking them from going into your body. So here you are thinking you're getting this nutrient-dense product, but in fact you're getting something that has anti-nutrients, okay? Guess what? The bran is removed in white bread, so you don't have phytic acid in white bread.
So believe it or not, in some instances, white bread is actually better than wheat bread, is what he's saying.
A lot of people ask me, what supplements do I recommend? Now, of course, I'm not biased of my own high-quality supplement line, but if you go to Amazon and type Dr. Berg supplements, you'll find more information. And then there's another compound in whole wheat bread. I don't even want to get into the woods with this. Just know that this compound creates inflammation. It has the ability to bind with insulin receptors, not in a good way. And so it does create a lot of problems. But guess what? It's removed in white bread. And then lastly, there's something called glyphosate, which is an herbicide.
Stuff that you find in Roundup, glyphosate, if you find that's basically found inside of certain breads because it's treated for like insects, and it's found in things like Roundup and in insecticides, glyphosate.
And this is in Roundup Ready. In fact, if you do a comparison with other GMO products, okay, with the amount of glyphosate on it, well, wheat has, I think, up to 3 times more because they spray it to dry the wheat. Glyphosate acts as an antibiotic. It can actually affect your microbiome. It creates a lot of issues because it's an herbicide. I've done videos on it. And guess what? There's a lot less glyphosate in white bread. Now, am I saying start consuming white bread? No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you can put both of these products in the same boat. I would avoid them. Instead, I would make this recipe that I'm about to show you. There's 5 ingredients.
So this is the reason why we're telling you to make the bread yourself, because of all of this stuff that's found in all of these breads.
It's low in the glycemic index. It's not going to spike your blood sugar. It does not have anti-nutrients. It does not have this compound. It doesn't have that compound.
And it only takes 10 minutes in your oven.
And it's something that once you find out how easy it is to make and how delicious it is, you're going to be making it on a regular basis. So let's dive into it right now and show you how to make it. In this recipe, you're going to learn a key technique that separates good low-carb bread from amazing low-carb bread. Number 1, preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
All right, let's go.
Step 2, in a large bowl, mix together the almond flour, the psyllium husk powder.
Almond flour, psyllium husk powder, and the ingredients are going to be listed for you. Almond powder, psyllium husk powder. Now you're going to put a teaspoon of salt,
the baking powder, and the salt. Step 3, separate your eggs, okay? Put the eggs in a clean, dry bowl.
This is one of the most important parts, whipping these eggs, and the reason why you want to put that air, because the air that you put in the eggs are going to lift and help you with the bread. Come on.
And this step is critical. Do not skip it. Number 4, beat the egg whites with a hand mixture until you get stiff peaks. This is the secret to that light, fluffy, airy bread because it traps the air and it gives the bread structure and lift. Step 5, in a separate bowl, mix the egg yolks and melt the butter together. Step 6, add the egg yolk mixture to the dry ingredients and stir till they're completely combined. At this point, it's going to be very, very thick. That's normal. Step 7, now you're going to gently fold the whipped egg whites. Do this.
That's the whipped egg whites that he had sitting that he was whipping. Check it out. Watch the consistency of this now. This is your bread coming together right now.
In 3 additions, but be gentle. You want to keep as much air in this as possible. Step 8, line a standard loaf pan with parchment paper. Put the dough into the lined loaf pan and put it in the oven. Step 9, bake for 30 to 35 minutes. And step 10, and this one's really important, let the bread cool completely in the pan before slicing. Give it at least 30 minutes to cool down. Then you cut a piece of bread, add the butter to it, and consume it with your meal.
Now, wouldn't you trust that bread better than anybody else's bread? Don't sleep. Your bread gonna be good. Your bread will be banging if you make it yourself. And it's fresh, and you know it's in it.
Now, if you enjoyed that recipe, let's talk about the rest of the meal. In fact, this next video is going to reveal the absolute healthiest meal that you could ever eat. And it's right here. Check it out.
Now we're going to start all over again because I want you guys to be able to go watch this video. You can actually wait until 5 more minutes and it's boom, going to be in the Discord. It's going to teach you how to make that bread again. Really fast, really quick. You're going to separate your eggs. You're going to get all of your dry components together. You got to whip that white, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it. Now you mix that butter with those egg whites. That's right, you guys. Get that baking pan ready. Put that parchment paper in there. Boom, now you want to knead it and mix it all together. Give it a nice little shape. Boop, drop it in the middle and let it cook 10-15 minutes. And guess what? You guys got yourself some bread. And it's something that you made and you can trust. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. That's good right there. The #1 healthiest bread in the world. I don't know who it was, if it was Kalesiv, it was Liberty, if it was Miss Swanza, but it was one of you guys that dropped in the breads inside of the Discord and just made it yo, Boogotti, we need to cover bread. I don't know which one of you ladies it was. I know it was a lady though. And that's why we did yesterday's version of what was bad, what to look out for. But then I'm like, yo, Boogotti, how about we figure out how to make our own? Tomorrow, we're going to get into nut bread, and we're going to get into more fibers in our bread as well with another recipe from a whole nother doctor. That's right. Whip it and whip it good. That's right, you guys. Let's go. The flour is expensive, but guess what, Jelena? You better, you know what you're eating. Don't get out there and get that enriched crap because why are you even wasting your time? Why are we doing it? Why are we doing it? If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. If not, we just gotta thug it out until we can afford it. It just is what it is. We need to know the differences in what's good in the products that we're eating. That's what the first thing is, the first line of defense, and what to stay away from. The #1 healthiest bread in the world. That's right, you guys. That was Dr. Eric Berg, and I hope that you guys got a whole lot of information out of that, because guess what? We don't do this for no reason. We do it for love. We do it for each other and to share with each other. If you guys have something that you would like to add to our family's health and wellness section, only thing I'm going to ask you guys to do is go ahead and send it over to me, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'd appreciate it if it's a video. Ideas are cool, but I got to do the research. If you see a video that's big enough and it looks good and you think you want to share it with us on the health and wellness segment, send it over to me at bridgethisllc@gmail.com. I'll give you credit for it and I'll put it up. Now we got to keep on moving forward, because who haven't we seen in a little while? We haven't saw our friend. That's right, you guys, Lynn and Nova. What's going on with Lynn and Nova? We've been following the recovery. We've been following the workouts, as far as the workout sessions to get the therapy going. But what's going on with Lynn and Nova now? I think it's the best time to show it right now. We're back. It's Monday. Let's see what's going on with Lynn and Nova right now when it comes to them going to the park. That's right, one of our favorite family members over there, Lynn and Nova, full recovery. She's still grabbing him out of there, making sure he's safe. But look how he gets out of there and starts running, y'all. Check this out. Lynn and Nova go to the park. Lynn look like she's been working out too. Now here come Crazy Boy. He ready to run already. Look, 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 look. He ready to run already.
What's going on? What's going on?
Look at Nova, y'all. He's smiling. I was right.
Go Nova.
My boy is back.
Go Nova.
Those legs are strong. He just got to get his strides right, y'all. He loving it. They both deserve it. They both deserve it.
Come on back this way. Nova, come. Yeah. Go Nova.
There you go, y'all. Y'all know how we do. We got to show massive love to Lynn and Nova, because that's our family over there. And I wanted you guys to see. There you guys. You've been watching for the longest. He drifts and it looks cute, right? Look at that. Look at that work that they did, y'all. They worked it out. They did what they had to do. I'm making a prediction. I think my boy going to have 100% recovery. I'm going for 90 over here. I don't know about y'all, but Nova looking damn good over there. He was smiling when he got out. And look at that. As soon as he hit the ground, he was ready to go. That's what I'm talking about. Let me tell you guys, that's why I always talk about the power of love. Love is happy. Love is kind. Love is the best thing that you can find. And with the love that Lynn gave that dog, remember that day she said, no matter what, I'm going to be here for you. As long as you're willing to fight through, I'm going to be there for you. And she did not give up on Nova. And that's how we here for each other over here. We don't care about the numbers. We don't care about the crap. I promise you to bring you the best show that I could constantly bring you every single day here on Our Bottom Line. This is going to be our chance right now to get those last bit of likes in. If you're feeling generous, you can go ahead and send over a Cash App to $BOOGOTTI cash. Also, hit those 3 dots, boom, to get that like to drop down and get those likes up. Last but not least, we're working on 74,000 subscribers, and we are right there. If you guys love the show, you love the family, you love the chat, you love being a part of the show, I really appreciate it if you guys can go ahead and join the channel, be a member, get a glove, subscribe, that's free. And the last chance you got right now, if you guys are trying to get that merch, and if you made it to 300, we got 6 keychains and we got 6 Our Bottom Line decals coming out to everybody. If not, we'll be right back here tomorrow with the same giveaway. That's how we do it over here. We stick to our word and we keep it right with our family. But before we get out of here, y'all know what we got to do, right? We got to get those prayers in the air, you guys. We got to get those prayers in the air. Got to make sure we leave the same way that we started. I want to make sure that everybody's having a safe and fantastic day. I want to pray for your health. I want to pray for your wellness. I'd like to pray for you. I like to pray for your family and your animals as well. Want to pray for respect. Want to pray for understanding. We want to pray for great health. I want to pray for love, because you know what the power can do when it comes down to love. Want to pray for you guys to get home and to work and back and forth safely, and be right back here tomorrow for another episode of Our Bottom Line. And I want to pray for CJ the cat. Can't forget about Rebecca Lanyan Bueno chiming in from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Liz 84, Guy and Elsa, Liberty and Justice, Casey, Rebecca Lanyan Bueno, Miss Keisha. Can't forget about Floyd Diamonds and Angels Among Us, MOP 85. Thank you for all the love and the support and sharing the show. I heard what you said. Thank you so much. Also, Vincenta, for always holding it down, even in the comments and on Instagram. And I see you everywhere. Mark Tanner, Mary Tanner, Miss Swanza, thank you so much. And we're still praying for you and your family as well. Yolanda, thank you so much. Jack Welsana, Vincenta, Miss Keisha, Guy and Elsa. Can't forget about Jay Woods and Mary Tanner. List 84, can't forget about King Fire. Also want to show massive love to Lisa 55 Coffee House, Lisa Roy. Sorry about that. Also got to show massive love to Teddy, Terry, Jelena. Can't forget about Miss Jackson, Miss Johnson. Can't forget about Guy and Elsa. Who else we're talking about? Winter Rising, Colessive, Angels Among Us, Jeffrey Spilker, Mark Dorfman. Can't forget about Terry and Teddy as well as your boy King Fire, and who's that, Floyd Diamonds, and your boy Boogotti NYC. Got to make sure we get those prayers up for me. That's right, you guys. We're going to be right back here tomorrow for our Tuesday edition of Our Bottom Line. And we're going to show you another version of the health and wellness section. And I'm hoping that you guys get a lot out of the show. Trending topics, current events, as well as the health and wellness section. We're here every single day for you guys right here on YouTube. And I'll be right back here tomorrow at 6 o'clock to do it all over again. You guys could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came here to chill with me for this Monday, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right back here. Get 'em! Peace. Thank you, Miss Swanza. You want to get lit, you got to drink Big Drip. Oh, and you can't forget about this. Let me get this out the way. You guys, we can't forget about the Show Your Talent search. That's the talent search that we're doing in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. And if you want to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is go on over to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's right, drinkbigdrip.com. All you got to do is put your email address in and let us know where your email address is at, and we're going to keep you guys updated on the locations that we're going to be at. Thank you so much for saving me, Miss Swanza. I almost forgot about the Show Your Talent search, the talent search that we're doing in all the 5 boroughs. $250 is going to go to the winner, and after that, we're going to put everybody together, and whoever's going to win is going to win that $1,000 prize. Sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. I'm your host. And yes, my DJ will be there, DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Can't wait to find more trending topics, current events, and another version and another segment of the health and wellness section. See you guys at 6. Get 'em! Peace.